It's not because of gatekeeping. You can't gatekeep. How are you going to gatekeep information that you don't have? It's not because of gatekeeping. That's not it. It's not because of gatekeeping. Um, Anywho, guys, welcome to the No Excuses Podcast. My name is Phoenix Dukes. I'm your host. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I own 7 businesses, employed 10 different people. And my goal on my channel is to give you the information that you need in order to make your life better, build generational wealth, make more money, and hopefully become a better person along the way, right? Because the goal is to work hard, acquire knowledge, make a lot of money, right? And then give that knowledge to other people so that they can make a lot of money, right? So that they can take care of their families better. So they can, take care of their wives better, their kids better. Okay. We need more people out in the world that are actually, you know, wealthy, that actually, care about people, that want to give information to people, right? And you have a whole bunch of people within the country that have they're on the type of time where they just say, yeah, money's not important. Okay, man. Um, if you're still within the mindset of money not being important, I would argue that you haven't grown up yet, and this probably isn't the channel for you. Like adults understand that money is important within the context of a society and the context of having responsibilities. If you're coping and you're just saying money's not important because you don't make any, or because you make a whole bunch, then I mean, whatever, I guess. But if you're, if you're an adult and you understand that, hey, money is important because we need it in order to do the things that we need to do in order to survive, like, hey, this is the channel for you, right? So the topic for the day. First of all, how's everybody doing, man? Put it in the chat, man. How's everybody doing? Is everybody doing all right? Is everybody having a good weekend? That's what I need to know. We want to make sure that everybody's having a good weekend before we have this conversation. Because if you had a bad weekend, you might get a little upset. Want to make sure everybody's having a good weekend. All right, Peachy. Okay, okay. So people are having good weekends. That's great. People are having good weekends. That's fantastic. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Guys. Where is it? All right, got the phone number up. Right. We want people to join today. Right. So, ugh, um, when it comes to this topic, right? Why can't black people have generational wealth? I believe that it's because we make too many excuses. And white people that are watching the channel don't think that this is you don't think this is universal towards black people. I'm talking about some of y'all too. Okay? I'm talking about some of you guys too. But since I'm of melanated tone, obviously, most white people don't have generational wealth either. So just because you might not be black, right? Don't leave this conversation thinking that I'm not talking about you. I'm absolutely fucking talking about some of you guys too. A lot of you guys make excuses too, which looks bad on you, but whatever. So listen, um, I want to have this conversation so that I can give people the motivation and give them the tools that they need, the information that they need in order to build generational wealth for themselves and for their family. Okay, that is the point of me having the conversation in the first place, in a nutshell, right? So there are people out there that want to blame other wealthy individuals as why they don't have generational wealth. But if I bring them up on this there's one right there, bro. As soon as I said it, there's one right there. Carrie Ray. Carrie Ray said 1% have I think they meant to say generational, but they said 1% have generational wealth because they don't want us to have what they have. Carrie, you need to come up here. Carrie, you need to come up here. This is exactly what I was just about to start talking about. You need to come up here, Carrie. There's no excuse to not come up here, bro. Come on. No excuse. You wanted to type that out in the chat. You didn't want to come up here on it. So listen. If I were to ask you what you needed to do in order to build generational wealth, what would you tell me? Because we can complain and say, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I know one percenters. I know one. Yeah, you said you want to come up here, but you can't. So it's not. There's nothing we can do about that. But so when it, I know one percenters. One percenters are not walking around, thinking, man, I just got to get more money so other people can't have any. That's not how it goes, right? So this is another excuse, right? This is another excuse that I want to point out. They say the 1% have generational wealth because they don't want us to have what they have. No, the real answer is they were willing to do things that you're not willing to do. They were willing to stay up the long nights. They were willing to provide value within the world in order to make the amount of money that they make, right? There were things that they were willing to do that you're just not willing to do. And if I were to ask you what you needed to do in order to build generational wealth, what would you tell me? Right? You probably wouldn't tell me anything because you don't know how to do it. Right? You don't know how to do it. So, is it really the 1% isn't keeping you from having generational wealth? They don't have anything to do with it. They don't have anything to do with it. Bro, you're not getting roadblock. Knock it off. Jesus Christ. See, it's an excuse. That's why I wanted to have the conversation. It's an excuse every time. Same shit. Same shit, different day. Like it's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing. But anyway, um, you said that you don't know and that you want me to tell you. Sure, stay long enough for the conversation, and I'm more than happy to tell you. I can't send you a request to come up. I don't know what's going on with your stuff, bro. I have no idea. I can't send you a request to come up. If I was able to, I would, but I can't. Sorry. Um, anywho, anywho. Um, so what I wanted to have, the conversation that I wanted to have, right? So everybody wants to talk about as far as the context of black people, right? E- Everybody wants to talk about why black people or why people in general don't have generational wealth, right? And when it comes to black people, the first thing that they typically do is that they're looking backwards, right? They look backwards. Slavery, Jim Crow, redlining, um, the system, the government, discrimination. That's what they look at. They look backwards. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying that these things didn't happen. I'm not saying that. They happened. They were real. Like, right? They were evil. We know that, right? Um, however, there's some uncomfortable truth that people don't really want to admit. Okay. And the reality is we are not in chains anymore. Okay. We are not in chains anymore. Not in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Most of us, most of us are still living like we are, though, mentally, financially, and culturally, right? And it's not because we don't have options, it's because we make excuses every step of the fucking way. They talk about, oh, well, you want people to do all these things, but they don't have any generational wealth. Most white people don't have generational wealth either, and they're still finding ways in order to be successful. We'll spend $300 on shoes. We'll spend $600 on hair. We'll spend $2,000 on vacations. We'll spend 200 a month on weed. That goes for white people too, right? But we won't even take $50 and put it into a Roth IRA every week. You won't buy a single share of any stock. You don't understand the stock market. You don't want to get dividend paying stocks. You won't get a life insurance policy and take out an IWL. Like you won't get a trade certification. You guys don't want to build credit. Like you like won't even read a book on money, right? Won't even read a book on money. We need to be reading more, right? So when we're talking about decision making, because all of that stuff is a decision, right? That's not oppression. That's just decision making, right? So when we say um, black people don't pass anything down, but we're living within the life as people of color, living in the life as a white person or a Hispanic person, and like, because I've heard people of all different races say it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and you guys will complain and say, "Hey, like nothing was passed down. Like there was no generational wealth. Like I didn't get any help." But you don't have trust. You don't have wills. You don't have UTMAs. You don't have 529s. Like you don't have anything to pass down as well, right? Most of us are passing down debt, right, and trauma from something that happened way before we were born. So, like the same apartment that you grew up in, and you blame the government for not lending you a hand and giving you the reparations that you say that you need. Like, we don't pass down property because we don't buy property, right? We don't pass down businesses because we don't build businesses. We don't pass down wealth because we don't plant anything that can actually grow over a long period of time. And for the people that are in for the person in the chat that was saying that, you're not giving out any information, bro, like that is another big issue. One of the biggest issues is the reasons why most people are held back within the United States today is because you guys cannot listen long enough to get any information. You're too busy trying to be right within the context of some conversation that you miss little nuggets along the way within that conversation. And then you cry out to the world and you say, "Well, I never got any of the information. I never got any of the help," when you've been in plenty of conversations in order to get plenty of value from people, but you were probably too busy about being right instead of listening. You don't listen. And listening is so fundamental. So fundamental. But you want people to listen to you though, right? Because you came in here in the chat and you said that you didn't know how to build it. And you wanted me to tell you. I just gave you multiple things that build it, but you're still saying that I didn't say anything. It's because you're not listening. So you're always going to be in the same situation that you've always been in because you don't have a propensity to change. And I actually, through doing this, like through doing this on here, like I actually understand that there's going to be some people that are just left in the gravel face down. You know what I'm saying? And we're just going to have to roll over them. It is what it is. There's nothing that I could do about that. There's some of you guys, like you're gonna get the information and you're gonna run with it and be successful. And some of you guys are just you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it. You'll be too worried about being right within the conversation, right? So we don't like again, think about what I'm saying, right? In order for a tree to grow, right? What has to be good before the tree can grow? Put it in the chat. What needs to be good before a tree can grow? The soil. It's true. The soil. The roots. Thank you, Pebbles. Shout out to the fucking the super fans in the fucking chat, man. Shout out to the super fan. The roots. The roots. The roots have to be good. So, what are some examples of having good roots when it comes to building generational wealth within your life? What are some what are some good examples of having good roots? Having strong credit, not taking out any high interest debt, right? But the number one thing that I tell people on here and that you like it seems like people have a bit of a misunderstanding about is the differences between assets and liabilities. That is the number one thing that I just don't really understand why we can't get it through our thick monkey skulls. I don't get it. So I'm gonna tell you. By the way, this live stream is sponsored by Banana Republic 83. Okay, Banana Republic 83. It's a fantastic cologne, man. You need to buy some. Banana Republic 83, bro. Banana Republic 83. Leather Reserve. Buy some. So, the roots is what I was talking about. The roots, right? Um, when we're talking about not taking out any high interest debt, right? When we're talking about assets versus liabilities, okay? Assets, and this is very simple, right? This is very, very like this is like a simple way to explain this to you so that it makes sense. Assets are things that generate an income for you. Okay. Assets are things that put money in your bank account. All right. Now, liabilities are things that pull money away from your bank account. All right. Assets are credits, right? Assets are credits into your account. Liabilities are debits in your account. Okay. So you this is the shit that gets people fucking messed up. You buying a single family home is not an asset. That is pulling money away from your bank account because you have a mortgage on that and that property's not generating any income for you. Thank you for asking the question. Is a personal residence an asset or a liability? No, a personal residence is a liability. It is not putting money into your account. It is taking money away from your account every single month that you have it. Now, if let's say you go out and you buy a multifamily property or you bought land, right? And you were using that, you bought it in order to rent it out or sell it. Once you start renting it out, it becomes an asset for you. So, so when we're talking about purchasing assets instead of purchasing liabilities, right? Assets versus liabilities. Most of the things that people within the United States purchase are liabilities. Okay? They're liabilities. The cars are liabilities. The houses are liabilities. The shoes, the clothes, the jewelry, liabilities. Right? Most of the things that we spend money on is liability. That's a fact. There's no like there's nothing that you could say to me that's going to give me like a fact. Liability. So if we start spending our money on income producing assets, then we can actually build generational wealth over a longer period of time for our families, right? A cars do not appreciate on value. They depreciate the second that you buy them. The only cars, there are only a select few vehicles that are going to appreciate. And by the time they appreciate to the value that you want to see, you've probably put more money into it than the money you're going to get out of it because now we're talking about classic stuff. We're talking about 1971 pristine Dodge Challenger RT, right? We're talking about hemispherical heads in the 1980s, right? You know what I'm saying? You're saying houses appreciate, right? So again, and I don't know why like y'all argue with me about this shit because there's nothing to argue about. This is why I'm saying that you guys make too many excuses and there's way y'all you don't want to listen to when anybody's trying to teach you. You don't want to listen. Like I just told you, houses that you live in are not fucking assets. They're taking money away from your account. I don't care if your house appreciates $100,000 next year. You have a mortgage. Like I don't understand why that's hard to understand. Like I don't like if you guys can't get assets and liabilities around your head, like if you can't wrap that around, you're never gonna build anything because you're just trying to make your own definitions for shit to justify
So,
the bad like financial decisions that you fucking make. Shit is ridiculous. Hey man, how
so I
you
have a
doing?
question. So, like, when you mean by like making a better financial decision, do you mean like, pretty much like working your way up,
No.
like, like start off small, then work your way up from there?
I mean, I guess some people are gonna have to do that, but Not that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. Like what I'm when you say like
So getting like a cheap house and then working your way up.
no, I don't think people should get no, stop buying houses.
So what, just rent them?
Yeah, you shouldn't be buying a house until you have like real estate that's producing an income for you. What are you buying a house for? You don't need one. It's just you.
Well, I mean, if you got like a wife and kids or
If
something.
you have a wife and kids, you got a wife and kids before you got children before you were able to financially take care of them most likely. Like you you could still like we're pretending that families don't live in apartments every day. I'm telling you to live in an apartment because you have a goal to build a wealth to a point where you can buy the house that you want. But we don't ever want to like delay that gratification. You just want to have tell me the reason why you want it, why somebody should have a house. Give me some reasons.
Well, I mean,
Give me
if you're
some
only
reasons why the person like if let's say they're earning an average household income of $66,000 a year, but they really want a house. They want one real bad. Just give me some reasons.
it's their own land, um,
But they don't own it though. Paying on it.
so are we saying like rent to own, or are we saying just own it in
When
general?
you have a mortgage, you don't own it. You're paying on it.
Okay, well, you have land, you have room for your kids to run around. I mean, and on top of that, like if we're talking about 60,000, are we talking about 60,000 per parent, or are we talking about
Okay, you got to
just
listen, bro. You
60,000?
got to listen. I said average household income, so I'm not just talking about one person.
All right, my bad. Um,
What else you got for me? You said kids for room for your kids to run around. You can go to a park and do that for free. So
yeah, but I mean, not a lot of parents want to waste gas to go to a park.
y'all will waste gas to go do everything else. Why wouldn't you want to waste? Why, that's not really wasting it. If you want your kids to go have fun and play and run around, put them in sports. They'll have plenty of time to do that. Y'all will waste gas on doing anything else. So I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, then once you have to go back and forth just to go back to the school. If you have more than one kid.
What else, man? Nothing. There's no reason, man. You guys can fight it, you can argue it, you can hate it all you want to. There's no reason. I can't think of like you don't need you don't need a house before you have assets to get the home you really want to have, right? Because
That
plenty of people are coming around and they're saying they can't afford homes, and I tell them that's fine. You shouldn't be buying a home anyway. How many assets do you have?
yeah. Now I want to mention something to you, young man, and listen to hear me out real well. I agree with majority of everything that you states that you say. I really do. I my total net worth is around 2.9 million. Um, Most of that is tied up in the evaluation of my business and my real estate portfolio. I have to disagree. I understand the concept of where you coming from when you say what you say.
You're about to nitpick it,
But
dude. Don't nitpick it because
I,
you
I'm,
have a
I'm,
net
I'm,
worth you have a net worth of almost 3 million. Do not come on here and give these
I'm
people like it's not the same, man. It's not the same. Because you're
I,
gonna come on
oh,
here and you're gonna say that a single family home is an asset, and you're gonna give. I know what you're gonna say.
you know what I'm about to say.
I already
You
know
know
it,
what I'm
but
about
that's
to
not
say.
like you can't put that information in the heads of a person that's only making $50,000 a year. It's different.
No, but I'm explaining to you where it become beneficial. Okay,
God,
whenever I go to actual bank, I have to and I'm applying for some line of credit or whatever line of credit it is. They're gonna ask me to submit a financial statement.
correct.
They want to know exactly what I own. They do, and so I mean from your stocks, every piece of asset that you so call on, and then they're gonna want to see what debt you have, what liabilities you do have. It's beneficial if you're an individual, let's say when you turn the age of 20 years of age and you went out and bought a $200,000 house, you and your wife. By the time you turn 35, 35, you've paid. If you've been strategic about it, you could have literally paid that off in 15 years.
We're
That
talking
is,
about a situation that's hypothetical as hell, man. Come on, you know that.
I mean, it's not hypothetical because it's
No,
either you
these
gonna go
people
that
don't
route.
want homes that are $200,000, sir.
You,
They don't.
it, it,
They look at a home that's $200,000 and see that it needs work done on it, and they don't want that home. They want the newly built subdivision home. They don't want a used home. They want a brand new home that's $350 to $450,000 wherever they live. They don't want the $200,000 home that me and you will buy and fix it up and sell it later on. They don't want that.
yeah, I agree with you though, but hear me out with the way I see the dilemma that the young generation X is in, because everything is overly inflated. And to be quite honest with you, my personal opinion, I think that it's going to continue to get even higher. I don't think nothing is getting cheaper, just due to the fact that as a country we have a lot of debt, and hyperinflation is one of the ways, or inflation is one of the ways that the government can get us out of debt. But that's a whole nother discussion right there. Uh, but with this being said, if you let's just say you go out and buy a 300, depending on where you live at in the country, you can get a $300,000 house, $350,000 house, or you gonna be paying rents nowadays is expensive as hell. I mean, in the area that I live in, to live in a decent rental, you gonna be spending about $2,500 a month. You might can get something a little bit cheaper, but paying twenty
Yeah,
five
but
hundred
I mean,
dollars
but I believe people should have roommates though.
Roommates,
Yes.
kids.
I agree with you,
Are you
bro.
talking about somebody who's
I'm
20, or are
not
you
I'm
talking about
not
an
knocking
established
you.
adult?
Dude. Hold on. I'm sorry, mister. Hold on one second. Brother, cat daddy, I don't give a fuck if you have kids. If you had kids before you were financially able to have kids, that's your problem. If you
I
have
didn't. I'm talking
children,
about people who are adults don't
brother,
want roommates.
I'm an adult and I don't have children because I'm getting married in May. Make
How
better
many roommates you got?
decisions. I
How
don't
many
have
roommates do you
roommates.
have?
I'm married.
You're right. Of course you don't, because no adult man wants to have roommates.
I don't care what you want to have. Your financial situation might require you to have roommates in order for you to get to the next step. What are you embarrassed about? Nobody gives a fuck, man. Who are you trying to impress? This is the shit that I'm talking about, bro. Mister, this
Adult
is
men don't want
exactly what I'm talking about. Bro, I know they don't want to.
Yeah.
Sometimes your finances dictate that you have to in order to get to the next step. Who are you trying to impress? What's wrong with an
Nobody.
adult man having roommates? People in college have roommates. People in the military have roommates in the barracks. There's nothing wrong with an adult man having roommates so that he can cut his living expenses in half, so that he can put his money towards something that he can have for the rest of his life. That
Yeah, I
kind of
understand.
mindset
I'm a
is what
two-branch
keeps you
military
guys from
veteran.
getting
I lived
ahead,
in a
man.
barracks.
Then shut
I'm
the
a
fuck
two-branch
up.
military veteran.
Then
I lived in a
shut the
barracks,
fuck
and I
up.
couldn't. No, don't tell me to shut the fuck up. I couldn't wait to get out of that situation because other men as roommates are terrible.
Dude, you're talking about your battles. My battles are great.
Everybody's battles. Men want to be independent. They don't want to have roommates. They
But
don't
you
want to
have
worry
to
about somebody
earn
coming home
that.
and eating their damn food while you're working.
You have to, well, you're getting your ass beat if you do that, but you have to earn
Damn
that.
right. That's problems, right? That I don't want to have
You have
as
to
an adult
earn
man.
it though. You're talking about, are we talking about adults or are we talking about children? We're talking about everybody, because I don't want to come up here and pitch that adults, like me going around and saying, oh, you're a piece of shit if you're a man and you have a roommate. Well, that motherfucker might be he might be going to school to be a cybersecurity analyst, bro. And he wants to have a roommate for 3 years so that he can save a bunch of money and invest his money towards the certifications he needs to make $70,000 a year. Once he gets that job, he's moving out. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's gonna suck the entire time. Is my point. So men don't want that.
Oh my god,
You're saying sacrifice it, suck it up, deal with it for a couple years. I get that. I did that, and it sucked. Yeah, young men should do that. But when you're an adult and you're an established man, you don't want no damn roommates. When you're 25, you want to be on your own.
But some people have not done the things in order to earn being on their own, and they will because of pride. Because of pride, they will live on their own and struggle to death, bro. They'll struggle just because they don't want to have a fucking roommate. You got to be kidding me, man. You got to have
That's
a little
why you
bit more
don't get
sense than
rent.
that.
Don't rent.
Oh
Get
my!
a first-time buyer loan.
Oh, okay.
Or get a VA loan.
So let
and
me
buy
ask
a
you. So
house.
watch this. I want you to watch something.
Rent is
Why
a
would
waste
I?
of money.
Why in the hell would I use an FHA loan in order to get a single family home when I could use an FHA loan in order to get a multifamily home and get an income from it?
That's great. Even better.
That's not what you
And then
said.
rent it out.
You said get
And then
you
rent it
said
out.
get a single family home.
At minimum.
No, not at all.
I'm saying don't rent and don't have roommates.
I don't think you're
As soon
listening,
as
man.
possible is what I am saying.
Yeah, I don't think you're actually listening to what I'm
Yeah, I
saying.
am listening to you.
I don't think you are.
I'm established and I've done all those things already.
Congratulations.
Lived in barracks, 2-branch military veteran, was married, hated having roommates for all the problems that I just listed. Having to deal with other people's personalities and disrespecting your space is bullshit.
I'm
adult
sorry,
man,
bro. I'll pray
don't
for
want-
you, I guess. I don't.
Why are you
know
praying
what
for
that
me? I'm
has to-
successful, man. I don't need your prayers, but thank you.
Great, man.
You don't have to pray for me because we don't have the same opinion about something.
I'm not stating
So you're
any
saying you did
opinions.
hold on, listen.
There's not a single opinion that
You're
I've
saying
said.
you did all that stuff already?
You saying rent is good. I'm saying rent is a waste of money.
When did I
That's where
say
we're
when did I
different.
say rent is good? When did I say that? Never.
You just said, why
because
would you
you're not
buy a home?
listening. Never
When
said
you
rent
could
was
just have
good.
roommates. Just buy a
Never
home
said
is what I'm
rent.
saying,
Never
as soon
said
as you
rent
can.
was good. Never came out of my mouth.
I wasn't a Marine, by the way, Semper. I was actually Navy and Coast Guard.
You're a
no.
Coastie and you're talking like this, bro?
Yeah, I was in the Coast Guard and the Navy.
The smartest branch on the planet, and you're talking
hell
like
yeah.
this.
There you go. Semper Paratus, brother. You a fellow Coastie too? What's up?
No, I went to school with a lot of them though, because I went to military
Okay.
college. I went to school with a lot of people that went to the Coast Guard Academy. Smartest branch in the U.S. Armed Forces.
Yeah, we do
I
have
know
the
you
best
know.
officers
I know you know
and
how to
best
listen.
pilots as well.
The Air Force is not the smartest. Y'all just don't know enough about the Coast Guard. Shut the fuck up in the
Exactly.
chat, man. Y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Anyway, what I never said rent was good. What I'm saying is there's a difference between assets and liabilities, and if we're talking about the context of generational wealth, you need to have more assets than you have liabilities. If that's what you want to pass down to your children or to your wife or to whoever, right? That's
I
what you want
agree.
to
You're
pass
not making
down.
that happen by paying
So-
rent. If you're buying something, you're creating an asset for the future.
Okay, man. All right. Whatever you say, man. Hey, if you guys want to be successful like Cat Daddy, then I guess just follow his program. Whatever. It doesn't fucking matter to me.
Can I ask a question real quick? Can I ask a question, Cat Daddy?
Sure.
So from what I'm gathering, right? Like, number one, it's a two-part question. I already answered the first question for myself, but I want to make it clear to clarify. Like, you said that you did all that shit already, right? And you're successful where you are right now. You're comfortable with where you are right now, right?
Very well. I don't have to work another day in my life.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. That's so great for you, man. Why are you saying that other people don't need to do it?
Other people don't need to do what?
It sucks. Exactly what you did to get where you are. You just said it's successful. You said it sucked. I don't want to do it. People shouldn't want to do it. And it's not talking about wants, right? You jumped in as soon as somebody said something about kids. You jumped in. I don't get that. I don't understand why you would say, "Hey, I did this for 3 years." Let me make a situation for everybody here, right? Because you're saying not to do this. If I go in and I have a 3-bedroom apartment for $2,100, and I can pay the $2,100 myself, or I can pay $700 and take my other $100 or whatever it is a week and put it into an account, an interest-bearing account, or a Roth IRA, or whatever type of account, right? And then use my money to go get a down payment on a multifamily home, leave those assholes there, right? Sucking, stealing each other's food or whatever it is, and then go into a multifamily or multi-unit property that's generated income. Like, is that a situation that you would agree with or no?
Yeah, as soon as possible. That's what I'm saying. Do that as soon as possible.
That's what
I
he's
wish if
saying.
I could talk to myself back then would say, go back.
Thank you, Doug. Like,
Start
he's not
purchasing a
arguing.
home
Like, I already
earlier.
understand that he's not arguing anything, bro. Like, he's not arguing anything. He just came up here to come up here, man. So, like, what I'm trying to get through to you, man. How many rental properties do you own?
2.
So, how many doors do you have?
There's an 8-unit apartment complex and then a 2-unit duplex, all within 5 miles of me.
Okay. When you bought those, you bought them with a VA loan, didn't you?
No.
What did you buy them with?
Cash.
You talking about hard money cash, or you talking about actual liquid cash?
Hard money. Cash offer on both.
Hard money.
All right. So you got a hard money lender.
No lending.
Well, hard money is lending.
Hard money's lending.
Hard money is lending.
From my account. Cash offer. No lending from anybody.
I thought you
didn't
said
do
you.
hard money.
So you didn't do hard money lending then.
What are you missing? A cash offer.
Do you? Okay, my bad. Do you know what hard money lending is?
I don't think he understands what hard money is.
Yeah, maybe you don't know what that means. Hard money lending is when you go to a private person and they lend you the money in order to purchase the property. Is that what happened?
No.
Okay, so you just didn't know what hard. So why did you say yes to the hard
No
money
loan.
thing if you didn't know what hard money was? Anyway, listen. What's the cap rate on the 8plex?
What do you want?
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Hold on.
cat daddy, bro,
Hold on.
what
My kid just came out to ask me something. Hold on a second. What?
what is the cap rate on the 8plex?
Well, I'm not sure.
You're not sure your own cap rate on your.
You don't know
own-
the cap rate on your rental properties, bro? You're lying.
Well, those are $1,300 a unit
No, oh,
on the 8 set,
I'm gonna mute up.
and then they're $1,400 on the 2. What do you mean? The cap on the rent? What are you asking?
So you do real estate and you don't know what a cap rate is.
There's
There's
no cap
people-
on rent.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus Christ.
You're
Oh
thinking
no.
cap rate is a cap on rent. No, that's not what we're talking about.
What do you ask?
Oh,
He means
man.
no cap, bro. He just means no cap.
No cap. Yeah, right.
No cap.
It's commercial property.
Oh shit.
He's asking for the total annual rent divided by the cost of the house.
Yes, that's cap rate, man. It's a mathematical.
How did you
equation.
decide that you were gonna buy these properties if you didn't understand what cap rate was?
Because
Like, did you
they're
just
good
have them?
investments.
Did you just
Life
have
is
the
good.
money and you just spent it?
Yes.
Oh
After I
man.
sold that first business, I saw it as a good opportunity for the condition that it was in to go ahead and get in and renovate it.
You got real lucky, I guess, man.
Yeah, bro.
I did.
If you're listening,
You
don't
have a
do
VA
that
loan,
shit.
Cat
Don't do that.
Cat Daddy, do you have a VA loan right now on anything?
No.
All right, let me.
I don't
help
understand
you
why
out
you
with
bought
this.
something
The
cash
next
when you
one.
can get a VA loan and pay damn near nothing down in order to get into a property and have that money like for something else. But anyway, go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, I could use my capital to invest in other opportunities, or I could just go ahead and pull the cash because I had it and not have to worry about paying interest on anything.
Man,
Pay
the
back my-
financial literacy is crazy.
So,
why would I
let me-
wanna take
let
a
me back
loan?
you up here. Yeah, I'm going to tell you why. Let me back
Because-
you up.
Because it's
for no reason if I don't
it's the
have it.
definition of good debt. That's
Listen for a second. I'm going to tell you why to take a loan, right? In this situation, when you bought that duplex, you definitely should have took a loan on that duplex, or even the 8-unit property if you could have, right? It just
Mhm.
depends how you'd have to structure it. But you're saying paying interest. You're not paying shit. I know people who have purchased 13% interest rates haven't paid a dime towards their mortgage. So somebody else is paying their mortgage, right? The whole time. So you just wasted your 200 or 300 or 800 or 1.6 million dollars, locked it up in a property when it could have been in the bank or to something else that you could invest in. Does that make sense?
because when you use a
For next
VA,
life.
when
For
you
next life.
right, when you use a VA loan, you get damn near 0%. Like, bro. Okay.
Zero down, but there's still a
I
finance
used my
rate.
VA loan when I
or
purchased my
interest rate.
first personal home, but I have never used a VA loan after that.
But why
Well,
wouldn't you
yeah.
use a VA loan for a rental property, for an investment property,
That's what
if
I'm
you
trying to
had
do.
the money sitting in the account?
Hang on, man. You just said you didn't have a VA loan at all.
You also
For my
did say
first
that.
home, my first personal home. I
You
never
lied.
said that I still had one. You said, "Do you still have any active?" I said, "No."
I didn't say shit about active.
You said, "Do you have any
Yeah,
VA
right.
loans now?" I said, "No."
I don't think you're allowed to use a VA loan for a rental property. You
Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Why do y'all say shit?
Wait. Who, me? Why don't you chat GPT that right now?
Bro, I don't need to chat GPT it.
So you're smarter than AI.
I'm
now.
smarter than
Is that what you're
you.
telling
You
me?
can use a VA loan for a multifamily. What are you talking about?
You sure can,
But is
sir.
that a multifamily for a rental income? If you already own a home,
You know
and you've
what,
already
man?
had a VA
Hey,
loan
look,
for your
you
personal
know
home,
what?
are you allowed to take
Hey,
another
you
loan?
got it, bro.
I'm asking a real question because I don't know.
You got
Are
it,
you
bro.
allowed to take another loan out to buy a rental
Primary
income property?
residences.
You've
Going
already
on.
used a VA loan to buy your
Hey,
personal home.
VA loans meant for
If you use
primary
a VA loan, if you use a VA loan in order to buy a personal property, you can also use a VA loan in order to buy a rental property. Okay, you can house hack it.
I wasn't
Look
aware
it
of
up.
that.
Yep.
You can use a VA loan over and over and over and over again.
I don't know if this guy's a veteran,
Look
bro.
it up.
Maybe he's lying, man.
Look it up.
Like,
You're talking trash, but look it up.
bro, what am I looking up? I'm so
Look up.
what do we need to
Hold
look
on,
up?
bro. Look it up.
I'm not
Hey,
looking
I'm a
up
Look it up.
shit.
realtor. I'm a
We
real
Okay,
got a
then
fucking
talk down to
broker.
people
We
you
got
don't
a
know what you're
broker
talking
sitting
about.
in here, bro. Why don't you let him tell you? Since you don't want to listen to me, let the other guy, let the other black guy tell you.
They don't want to listen to me either. I'm going to tell you because it's they're trying to get here. Nobody can say that a multifamily property is bad except for Cat Daddy, right? Nobody can say a
Never said
multifamily
that.
property. You kind of.
Oh, you're breaking up, bro.
Oh, I'm breaking up.
Well, now you're
I'm
not.
breaking up. Hold on. There you go. Is that better?
Yeah.
All right. So check it out. So here's the deal, man. Nobody can. You're trying to get here, right? Where a multi-family property, produce a
No, you're still
multifamily
breaking
property where
up.
you're paying
Oh,
200, 300, 400, maybe $1,000 in mortgage, right? And you're just over here with the risk. Every little question, every little situation you run into is a big risk, right? Because it's new. It's like a baby. Am I still breaking up?
nope, we can hear you.
No.
Okay. So, oh man, your first appraisal. Oh, what's going to happen on the other side? Why do I got to pay $650 for an appraisal? Like we got to walk you through that, right? And it's all of the getting from here to here that everybody has the problem with. Nobody can say that this is bad. If I gave you a multifamily property, right? This is what stops everybody. If I gave you a multifamily property, you would take it at fucking 20% interest, at 50% interest, at 100% interest. If that property is your triple net is on point, right? If you're making money on that property, if it's paying the mortgage, doesn't matter the interest rate. The problem is everybody's here and they're trying to get all the way down here, but they keep
They're
going back.
skipping. They're skipping some steps, man. Like Parrish, you actually think that you can't use a VA loan in order to get multifamily property? Like so, and that's what I'm talking about when it comes to the generational wealth thing. Because a lot of this is just understanding and having the knowledge, so that you can get to the point that you want to get to, right? If you didn't know that you could use a VA loan in order to buy a multifamily property, then you're 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 bottlenecked and you're going to be using other things when the VA loan was probably your best option, right? Now there are requirements for using VA loans for multifamily properties. You got to have 6 months of Douglas is 6 months of mortgage, prince or taxes. I want to say it's six. You have to have 6 months of that mortgage sitting inside of an account for the loan that you get, right? So if you got a $500,000 property, your mortgage is probably going to be somewhere around what, I don't know, 3,000 or something like that, maybe 2,500.
Yeah, not necessarily, man. It just looks a lot better. Not necessarily. I can get somebody with a 520 credit score in there. That's when the reserves come into
But
6 months
I'm
of
just saying,
credit
it's
looks a lot
always
better. At least
good.
your
It's
file's
always
strong.
good to have the reserves anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
it's good to
I
have
don't,
it.
it's good to have it just sitting in an account unencumbered anyway. And if you have it, it's going to look good to the bank. Do I need to put my Titleist hat on, or are you about to go golf? Because I'll go put this shit on. In fact,
Somebody who makes $70,000. I'm going to tell you this. Somebody who makes $70,000 a year is going to qualify for somewhere around a $350,000 $350,000 property. You can take that same $70,000, buy a 4-unit property, live in one of the units, probably pay about $600, $700 towards your own mortgage, and buy an $800,000 property. That same 70,000 because you qualify with the incomes on. What'd you say?
I said hello.
Yeah, you qualify with those incomes from those other properties. You guys got this is what we're talking about. Like all the time I'm reaching out to people, hey man, and they're like, yeah, this motherfucker don't know what he's talking about. Okay, I've been doing it for 8 years. I can't back up a truck into Walmart, a Walmart friggin' loading dock, right? on using a fucking AI, 15-minute AI after I get off work, right? You guys aren't in this industry. You have to ask the people who are in the industry. Mortgage brokers, loan officers, and shit. They have bad rap from before 2008 when they used to be shaking people down, right? But it's not like that anymore. This is the most
Predatory.
regulated. This is the most regulated industry in America, right? For consumer protection. It's the most regulated industry. If you find something you don't like or
Hey,
don't feel right, report that shit.
hey, Doug. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but there was an
Yeah, go
important
ahead.
question inside of the chat, and I want to address it. Op Joe said, "Can you use a VA loan in order to build your home?" Yes. Okay.
Yes.
VA construction loans. You have to find somebody a lender that offers VA construction loans, right? But so what happens is, and I want to kind of explain this to the people because I feel like there's a there's some lack of knowledge when it comes to VA loans in here, which sucks because come on, man. Um, the VA, right, will back, like, this is how this shit works. The VA backs a single loan that covers you buying the land, building the house, and converting it into a permanent mortgage after the house is built. Okay. And there's only one closing. Okay. One time close. You got a $0 down payment. If you're eligible for that, you don't have to worry about PMI. Your credit score requirement is going to be somewhere around 620. You need to really be at a 640, 650. Okay. So there are very few lenders that do VA construction loans, so I've heard. Okay. And the builder that you, this is very important. If you want to do a VA construction loan, the builder that you choose has to be VA approved. He's got to be licensed. He's got to be insured. He's got to be able to provide a detailed plan and the cost breakdown. Otherwise, you are not going to get it. Now, here's another way that you can do it while still using the VA. Okay. And this is a very common method that I've actually, people in my own life have used. So the first option, harder to find. This is what normal, like, well, this is what a lot of people are doing. They will get a regular construction loan to build the house, okay, and they will refinance it into a VA loan. You understand what I'm saying? So like they'll use a construction loan, which is conventional, right? Or they'll go to a local lender, and they will build a house or buy the land, right? Once the house is finished, they refinance it into a VA mortgage. They do a VA cash out, or like what's that shit called? A rate and term refinance, Doug? I think it's called a rate and term refinance or something like that. Um so basically what you're doing is
Yeah, it's called an interest rate reduction refinance loan.
yeah. So you roll the short-term construction loan into your permanent VA financing. And there's way more lenders that are available for that, right? You don't have to wait for the final VA approval at the start of it, and you can still end up with 0% down and no PMI after the refinance. So I hope that answers your question inside of the chat. If that's something that
By
you're
the way,
willing to
my
use.
my statement wasn't inaccurate. Douglas, can you confirm that
Dude, you're still
you
on
can
this?
buy a multi? Wait. Why? First of all, you just said a construction loan was a conventional loan, which is inaccurate. But also, I said that you couldn't buy a rental property with a VA loan. It's important to distinguish between buying a multifamily home that you live in versus using a VA loan to buy an
Why would
investment
you
property
use a
that you don't live
multifamily
in.
if you weren't going to rent out the other
Wait, what?
space? Why
So
would you
you
have
can,
a
so you
multi?
can, why would you have a multi unit if you're not what?
Going to rent out the empty spaces?
Polo,
No,
let me do
that's
this.
fine. But
Polo,
you
you're
have
Can
to
right.
we
live
gotta
in
break
it.
it? Hold on. We gotta break it down because he didn't really have a chance to finish what he was saying. Y'all kind of cut him
My bad.
off. So finish what you
No,
were
I know
saying,
what he's
Paris.
saying.
you have to have lived in the unit for a year. Yes, you can rent it out, a multi-unit, but you have to live in it. You can't just buy
Correct. You have to
like a
limit it for a year. I
fourplex.
said that.
Right. Okay. Well, I didn't hear you say that. I must have come in after you
Also,
said
you
that.
said that the construction loan is not conventional. When you do a
It's
VA construction loan, right? When you do like get a regular construction loan and then you refinance it into a VA loan, the construction loan is typically conventional, or you're using a local lender in order to do it. It doesn't have construction
well,
loans don't have to be conventional. I wasn't saying all construction loans are conventional. You guys got to stop being so like adversarial and just listen.
Contrary.
I made a statement and I got jumped on. I'm not trying to be adversarial at all. And
By the way,
I'm a
this is
new
free
real estate
game.
agent, but
Free game.
yeah,
I missed the part
like
where
I
you
said,
said live in the house for a year as well. So that's what I was trying to decipher. Like, wait a minute, you can't just be living in another house, get another second loan through the VA strictly for a rental income property.
You got to live in the
You
property
can't
for a
do
year.
that. You have to live in it, right? So if you've got a VA loan for the house that you're currently living in and you're looking to get a rental property just for income from it,
Yeah,
you can't.
you get a VA loan and you live in the property that you have a rent. You live in one of the
You're
units
already living
and
in
you
another
rent.
house, is what I'm saying. The
Hold on,
situation is you're looking for
hold
rental
on,
income, so
bro.
you're trying to buy a second
Bro,
house.
you gotta listen because I'm
Okay,
trying to
well,
tell you how
just
to
like
do
you
it.
did, I missed that part.
Oh man,
Teach.
when
Maybe
you
you're
get
just
a
moving.
can I speak now? When you have a VA loan in your personal residence, if you want to get a FHA or a VA loan for a rental property, you live in the unit for a year. You rent out the house that you bought. That's all you have. You just rent out the house. You don't live in that property anymore. Get the fucking change your mail, send it to the fucking rental property, live in
Okay.
it for a year, and you can do it that way.
Gotcha. That
Hey,
makes more
Cat
sense.
Daddy, you own your property. You said Cat. Your
Yes, I own the home.
you had a VA loan. You had it. Let me break down a situation for you. Help you level up. So you own your and you don't need to work, right? You just said it already, but um, you own your property cash now. You could take your departing residence income, qualify with that income from the home you already cash, right? Qualify with that income. I don't know how big your family is. If it's a big family, it doesn't really work with like 4 kids, 3 kids. I mean, 2 kids, it's okay, but you get into a quadplex using your VA loan. Somebody in here mentioned you got to pay some 20% down for construction. That's incorrect also on a VA. Um, so use that parting residence income. So the house you live in now that's paid off, use that income that you'll have. You'll get a 1007 rent schedule appraisal. They'll tell you how much they're going to allow you to use. You use 75% of that max rent value. Take that departing resident income, qualify with that departing residence income as well, and buy whatever quadplex you want. Go live in that. And the thing about the year's a standard, but also compensating factors matter, right? If somebody gets divorced, if somebody is born or somebody perishes or you get a different job, like all of those things, or get stationed to a new duty assignment, like all of those things matter also. And you could get in the house and leave the house in a month, right? Like you can't go against the VA for that, right? So yes and no about the year thing, right? You have the intention to live in there for a year, but compensating factors, which I mean,
There are some
ideally you could create.
exceptions.
You can go, yeah. So
Okay.
But I want to be
I
clear.
just want to
Like
add that.
if appreciate that, Doug. I want to be clear, man. If you get into a personal residence with a VA loan, you do still have to live in you have to live in that property for a year. So after a year, you can get another VA loan for a rental property and live in that property for a year. You just have to satisfy the VA loan's primary residence. What's that shit called? Primary residence requirement, and that's typically a year. Well,
And
after a
is that
year,
just due to like your mail getting sent there for a year, or do you have to
no,
physically?
no, you need to be living there. Otherwise, you're
I'm
gonna get
already trying to
fucked.
scam. Yeah.
Yeah, don't scam this shit. You will get fucked up. Okay,
Got you.
you will get fucked up trying to scam to just live in
So
the
it's got to
property,
maintain.
bro.
You have to maintain primary occupancy, and if you really want to get technical with it, primary occupancy is that day after the half year mark. That's how many days out of the year you
Oh
have to
wow.
live in that property.
Same thing to
So
avoid
when we're
taxes on
talking
rental
about
property.
and guys, like when we're talking about generational wealth, that those like there's many different ways, right? Owning real estate, like property, is one of the strongest wealth builders in the country. Okay, even like a duplex, FHA house hack, like that stuff creates equity that you can pass down. Okay, but the next step is starting and owning a profitable business. A successful business out earns wages, and it can be inherited, it can be sold, it can be franchised, all to your family, to your kids, right? Starting and owning a profitable business. Now you're going to get a whole bunch of people that are going to say, well, everybody can't own a business. Well, I'm not talking about everybody, I'm talking about you. So starting and owning a profitable business is another way that you can build generational wealth within the country. And there's nothing stopping anybody from starting and owning a profitable business. Right? Nothing. You just have to
What are some
educate yourself on it.
what are some of
Right.
the top 5 businesses that you'll recommend people to
Yeah.
own? Like
I
car
don't.
washes,
I don't. I
yes.
don't. I don't do
Like
that,
car
man.
wash, a
Well, what
laundromat.
happens when too many
I
people
came up
start
here for
doing
a
it?
specific.
In your opinion, you don't.
If it's my opinion, I'm going to tell you the businesses that I'm in because I make money in them. So, when people come up here and they're like, "What's some of the best businesses to own?" It's not really some of the best businesses to own, right? Like most people, if you just go off of statistics, they're going to say businesses that are in finance, right? Because they make a lot of money. But, dude, you can make money in a lot of different industries. Just think outside of the box a little bit.
I came up
So
here
what
when you were
happens
talking
when you
about
have too many
assets and
black people
liabilities.
owning businesses and property?
When we have too many black people owning businesses and property, what do you mean?
Correct. What happens?
Well, that means there would be more generational
Y'all
wealth
get
being
money.
passed down. There'd be more generational wealth passed down to people's family.
Okay, so who has the most generational wealth today in America?
Jesus
White people
Christ.
do.
Here comes the
You think
excuses
they
as
going
to
you
why
think they
you
will
can't
allow
do
too
it.
many
As
black
to
people to
why
have
you shouldn't
generational
start a
wealth?
business.
Allowed.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I can't hear what he's saying, guys. Y'all gotta let him talk. Say that again, Dark Deliverance.
I said, do you think they will allow too many black people to have generational wealth? If they start seeing a certain amount of black people, I would even say 50% of the black population starting to have businesses and own a property, you think they wouldn't put a monkey wrench in their program?
Try it.
I mean, there's no such thing. Like, what do you mean allow, man? They don't have a choice. They don't have a say in that. You can start a
How come
business
they
right
don't?
now.
How come they don't?
You can start a
Because
Try it.
business right now. There is no like when you apply to get an EIN and go to the Secretary
yeah,
of State and start your business.
yeah,
They
I
don't
already
give a
have a
fuck what
business,
your
but I'm
race
saying
is.
when you have too many black people starting to do it, they would shut it down
How do you
because
How
they
are they
don't
gonna
want too many
you
black
tell
people
me
having
how they're
generational
gonna
wealth.
it's okay, you know what, man? Fine. So don't black people don't do it because they'll just
I'm
shut it
not
down.
saying don't do it. I'm just saying they would try to shut it down.
Okay, man, sure.
Yeah.
Anybody familiar with the app
And
Calendly?
it's
Like the
already been tried
Calendly,
before.
the calendar or scheduling app Calendly. Anybody know
You
about
Yeah.
that
mean
app?
the company that's owned by a
Well,
black person? You mean that guy?
correct. Correct. Never fucking seen them. Never like come on now.
Yeah. What
Right.
you,
If you
you should
got
look into Ro-
50%,
So
Yeah,
dark
I'm
that
saying
deliverance,
don't
dark
do it by
deliverance.
all
That's
means. By
an
all means,
excuse,
do
bro.
it. It's not an excuse. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying do it by all means. But I'm telling you, they will try to shut it down. They
Okay.
will do
That
then let them
sounds
try.
like
everything they can
fear.
to put a
Then let them
monkey wrench
try.
in it.
Let
Yeah,
them try.
yeah,
let's
sure,
get
man.
there and let's cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
let them
that's an
try. Right
irrational
now, we got
fear
to get
used
the
as an
first step.
excuse.
That's gonna be a rough bridge because
I don't understand how you can have a
that's
business
a wicked
and
empire.
preach that doom and gloom bullshit, bro.
Right.
Hey,
Exactly.
It's not doom and gloom. It's just truth.
Okay, man,
hey,
sure.
Dark. Let's
It's
get to the
history
first
is what
part.
it is. It's not
Let's get
truth,
to
it's
the first part
history.
first. Let's
It's
get to building the wealth first before we start talking about who might come against us. Let's get the first part down.
Can we
It's
go
not
back to
true
what
in
you
the
were
deep
talking
south.
about the assets and liabilities? I
I know
came up here
rich
to mention
people. I know
something about
rich
the
black
assets and
people all
liabilities.
over the south.
I think I got some lag, man. You're
Uh, host, what do you think about the amount of boomers that are retiring and that wealth transfer? Do you have any opinions on that? Companies that are coming up for sale. I can't hear you. I think you're muted, man.
No, I don't have any opinions about that.
Okay.
Um. Anyway, if your mindset is if I do this and they're gonna take it away from me, then I mean, whatever. I guess don't do it. I don't. I
It
don't
makes
really
no
know what
sense.
else to. I don't know what else to
You
tell
already
you.
started a business. You're already successful. You've done what he's telling everyone else to do, and you're saying, "What if they don't let us do this?" You've already done it. Don't have that kind of mentality, and definitely don't preach that mentality to the youth.
That ain't doing do nothing. That ain't gonna do anything but hurt, bro. That ain't gonna help nobody.
That part.
Shane, how you doing?
Doing good, man. How you doing, man?
All right. Do you have
I
something? Did you have something to say to weigh in on anything?
yeah. I was looking at the question at the top. I don't know how much you know about life insurance. I'm not an expert in it, but I think that's also another thing Black folks don't really talk about or discuss. But getting life insurance on loved ones is a easy come up.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
Yep.
What kind of life
Index
insurance?
universal life insurance. Index universal life insurance. As soon as your kids are able to get a policy on them, have one on yourself. Make sure that it's passed down to your children. That absolutely creates generational wealth, and then they can take that and invest or let it grow at a 10 or 12% in an IUL.
I I prefer they got IWLs, not IULs.
Those are good as well. Anything's better than nothing.
So, life insurance policies, that is another way as far as generational wealth is concerned. Um, Leveraging life insurance policies the correct way, I'll say, right? So, um, when we're talking about IWLs instead of IULs, right? When you use life insurance the smart way, you can pass down tax-free money or fund trust or provide liquidity to your family members that way as well. The reason I'm saying that IWLs are better than IULs is because of the guaranteed cash value growth that's built into IWLs. IULs growth depends on the index performance and the caps, right? And the participation rates. IWLs have guaranteed cash value built into the contract. So even if the index performs poorly, the policy is still going to grow, right? So you have more certainty and more predictability in an IWL than you do in an IUL. Also, the fixed premiums, right? An IWL's the premiums are locked in for life and they never change. IULs, the premiums can increase if the policy underperforms or if you live longer or if the cost of insurance rises, right? So you have an advantage on the IWL because it's going to give you long-term stability without the, surprises. You want that predictability. And I learned all of this by talking to a very successful life insurance guy in this live stream. If you stay in here long enough, man, you're gonna get value for free. And all I'm asking is for you guys to like the live and share it. We got 11,000 likes right now. I think that's kind of shit with all the things that are being pushed out on here. Personally, all right. We need more people following the channel so that you can get this information. We need more people sharing the channel too. I don't even know how many shares we got. Hey Zeus, how many shares we got?
18.
Yeah, that's bullshit, guys. What the fuck?
Right.
A lot of you guys know people that need to have this information and you don't want to share it to them. If we want to talk about gatekeeping, I think that's gatekeeping. Just saying.
Share the broadcast.
I don't know. You could be afraid to share it to too many people, and then we all get shut down.
Good one.
He kind of plugged that one in there.
Hey, who's the one that said that shit? That too many black people, they gonna shut that shit down. Who said that shit?
Dark Deliverance.
Dark Deliverance, you a bitch.
Oh, come on.
I was
Bro,
unnecessary.
violating.
So we can't have a civil adult conversation without all the nonsense, right?
Hey, I actually want to ask you something, Dark Deliverance. Why are black women outpacing black men when it comes to opening businesses?
Oh, good one.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Why are black women outpacing black men when it comes to opening business?
Because there's more of them are doing it right now.
Why?
Or why?
I can't explain why. Maybe it's because it goes back to my initial saying that I was responding to your quote up there. Because that's what's going on right now, and that's why you don't have a lot of black generational wealth, because the white elite are not allowing it.
All right, so what
I'm
about
not saying don't do it.
What about
by
what
all
about
means.
the legal Mexicans that set up their fucking business and still make more money than you? What about that? What about that? They don't even have a fucking social security number and they're making more money.
Man.
How do you live every day how do you go to sleep like that, bro? That
Go to
illegal
sleep like
Mexican that's
what?
not even from this
Knowing-
country is
knowing
making
the
more
truth?
money than you.
How you know he's making more money than me? You don't even
Because
know
I'm one of them.
The statistics are out there, man. They're out there. I mean, Dark Deliverance, are we leaders or not?
Yeah, of course. I believe that.
Are you sure? Are you sure we're leaders? Are you positive on that?
We've got a giant empire working against us. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Man, dude, it's always somebody else's
I ain't
fault,
saying
boy.
don't start a business.
Hey,
Do your best.
how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Look,
Licensures the chat. That's crazy.
I heard somebody make a
misconstrued
statement
my
that
entire
Mexicans are
comment.
making more money. Listen, and how come women have more businesses than men? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A lot of people out here I'm from New York. I'm a mixed person. I'm half black and half Latino. But there's a lot of people that own companies out here that are it's not under their names. It's usually under their wives' names. So a lot of times when you see a women are growing, it's because a lot of companies are under the wives' names, not under the males' names. And I know about 40 guys where I'm at right now that has it under their wives.
You know,
40
You know what I
guys.
mean?
40 dudes who have
Wives.
a business under their wife's name? That don't even
Yeah,
make no sense.
because
Dark.
there's a lot of guys who are not from this country, and their wives
Mm,
are, and that's why they're making a lot of money because they're not worrying about the fashion, they're not worrying about the nice cars, they're
not
just
from
worrying
this
about making
country?
sure when they retire they could go back to their country and live the best life they could ever live because
Wait, so they're
living in the
here
United States is
illegally? So
Yeah,
they're
that's
here
how I am.
illegally?
I'm trying to make sure I save enough
eh,
money to live for my children.
some might be, some
All
might
that
not be.
flashy
I don't
shit.
know.
Yeah,
I
but
just
all of
know
that,
that
most
for
of that money is going back to their country every time they
I
get
don't need no
paid. So
rims in
that's
my
not
car.
good.
Hey, but that's what happens
None
because
of that
nobody here
bullshit.
wants to spend money. No,
Huh?
everybody wants to live beyond their needs. These folks
Hey,
don't live beyond their needs. They
Dark
live
Deliverance, what part of the
comfortable.
country do you live in, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm on the West Coast, man.
Okay, man, I'm gonna tell you, I live in the deep South. I live around like close to Louisiana, Mississippi, and there's a lot of black people thriving down here. I don't know what the conception around the country is, but
Yeah, I'm
I
not.
live
I'm
in
not saying
Alabama
that there
too.
aren't. There are a lot of black
But
people thriving here, and I'm one of them. But I'm just saying, as a collective whole, that's a response to the host quote. We've been worked against.
No, the fuck.
I don't understand this, man. How are you being
My
worked
man.
against? What right now is stopping black men from
no,
opening
it,
businesses?
it's
It's
not
not.
White wealthy
nothing.
elite.
They
That's
stopping
not a race
themselves. We
thing,
stop
though.
ourselves.
That's
It's
not a
not a
race
race
thing.
thing.
Yep, the
Every
elite are working
if you're
against
not
all of us.
motivated to go and open
They
your
only
own
gonna allow
company,
it to a certain
that's your
extent. They don't
fault.
want black people to have more wealth and power than them. What part of
Stop
that
saying,
are you
but
not
you know
getting?
what? Everybody keeps saying, everybody's, look, I'm a mixed person. I'm half black and half Latino, so I'm on both sides. At the end of the day, nobody is stopping nobody from nothing. You're stopping yourself because everybody keep using
I'm
the
not stopping
racial term
myself.
and
I'm
this.
I'm thriving just fine with my business. I'm doing my
I
thing.
am too. You got to go out there and get it. If you don't want it, that's on you. Look, I had one guy that was working for me. I helped him out, helped him get his own company started, young black man, 25 years old. And he's out here doing his thing now. I even send him jobs when I can't handle them. You know what I mean? And sometimes he'll send me jobs that he know he can't do.
Okay,
So it's about making sure that everybody, you
Um,
know what it is? I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people don't like to help each other. Everybody wants to be better than the next
that's
person
true.
instead of just fucking helping each other. How come y'all think? Look, like I said, I'm half and half. So why y'all think a lot of Latinos make it? Why? Because nobody's trying to be better than the next one. They help each other.
Right. The family
okay.
You know what I
dynamic, the
mean? I
family
got,
Let me
dynamic is a lot different. But dark
let me
deliverance,
ask you.
yeah.
dark
How
deliverance.
do you?
Let me ask you something, bro.
Hold on. Let me ask
Inside of
something
your,
right quick.
I'm gonna let you ask. Just let me get this
All right, go
question
ahead. Go
out.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What's the profit margin in your business?
I mean, as far as
Profit margin.
Yeah, what's your profit
Like
margin
how
in your
much you?
my
business?
Yeah,
profit
what you
margin.
making for yourself?
Your net
Yeah, I
revenue
make probably about 3 to 4 grand a month.
No, I'm asking what
Give
your
or take.
profit. I'm asking what your profit margin is.
a month.
All right, I didn't go to business school, but I have a business.
Neither did I, and I have 7 businesses. What's your profit margin?
Okay, you're gonna have to explain to me what you mean by profit margin. I just told you what I make. You
Profit
won't.
margin.
Percentage.
Profit
Take
margin
off.
is the percent. Like, how are you charging people? Like, when you decide to charge somebody for a service or a product, how do you decide how much you're gonna upcharge them, and how
Oh,
much profit you're gonna make?
I don't do all that. I just set a flat rate for what I charge to the
Okay,
service
so
offer.
how do you decide that flat rate?
I go by what everybody else is charging and I undercut.
Yeah, that right there. I
Oh
hate
my
shit like
god.
that.
Well,
Oh
hey,
my god.
I get
You
business that
you
way
are the
though. That's
people that are in
business.
my industry that
That's
I
that
That's
can't stand.
business.
SOP right there.
You go ahead and you get my written estimate,
Dark
and
deliverance.
then
You
you
need
go
to
ahead and
book.
knock $500
Dark
off of it,
deliverance.
and
You
Don't
need
be
to
I'm
book a
mad at me.
more than
That's
consultation, bro.
business.
confident in you just that.
I'm
Right.
not telling nobody not to go. You go deal with whoever you want to with, but
Hey, bro, you're
this
missing
is what I'm
it. Hey,
charging.
you're missing it, bro. Dark delivered, bro. You need to book a consultation, bro, because that's not how you run business. You don't just
I
see
can't
what other
tell.
people are charging and undercut
That's
them.
how
You gotta
people
have
been
a.
doing it in America for years, and they getting off like fat rats. That's business.
You're ruining your industry by doing that. You
I can't
understand
tell
that? By not
because I'm
doing a
making
cost
money.
analysis of
I'm
each
getting
job,
mine.
you need to do a
Because
cost
what if I
analysis
come
of
Okay,
each
behind
job
you and
before
hold
you
say,
know
on,
"Hey,
what
guys,
you're
guys,
actually
guys. We
gonna
can't
make.
all talk.
You're ruining
We
all
your
right,
can't all
industry.
talk at once. We can't. Dark
I can't depend
deliverance.
on nobody else to pay my bills and take care of my
That's
children. I got to
that's
do that.
that's fine, man. What's your break even point in your business per month?
Say it again.
What's your break even point in your business per month?
Oh, as long as I can get at least 3 grand, I'm fine. But I can be cool with 2,500.
No, no,
Cause
no,
I mean, this is
no,
just like
no,
a
no.
side
Listen,
thing.
listen to me. Listen to me, bro.
All right, go ahead, man.
What is your break even point? Was what I'm asking. Do you know
Okay,
what? Do you know what break even point
okay,
is?
no, I don't. Explain it
Okay,
to me.
break even point is the amount of money that you need to make in order to break even. That means you're not making a profit.
Oh, I got you. But all my equipment is okay. I'm a recording artist, so I record people. So all my equipment has already been paid for, so I don't have to like buy no supplies or nothing like that. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
broke
what's your
even.
break
So
even point?
I don't have a break even point. Everything I make is a profit
Oh
from here on out.
Lord,
All
bro,
my
book a
equipment is my
consultation, bro.
So he has no overhead whatsoever. He doesn't have a
Bro,
brick
so
and
you're
mortar.
not,
He
so you
doesn't
don't
have
have any,
rent.
you're not calculating any
Lights.
labor. You're not calculating any insurance. You have
No,
insurance for your business?
I do all the labor.
No
Do you have?
employees.
I know you do all the
No
labor. Do you have
employees, thank you. Yes,
insurance for
no
your
employees.
business?
Yes, I do.
That's an
But yeah,
expense. Insurance is an expense.
it's a minor expense because I don't have all those other
Oh
expenses.
man,
Bro,
It's
oh
just
man.
like
Part of your
it's like a
overhead.
non-thing to me. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're getting at, but if I had all those other expenses like employees and supplies, then that would be a thing. But it's really not for me.
Okay, man. Hey, look. All I'm telling you is,
Wait,
Book
you
a
don't have no
consultation.
supplies?
all I'm,
How you
all
run your
I'm.
company?
Hold on, bro. Hold on. He
No,
that ain't
I
what
don't
he
need
didn't
supplies
say.
because
He
I'm
didn't say that he didn't
individual. I
have
just
any
have equipment.
supplies, bro. He said it's all paid off. Listen, bro.
I have equipment.
Oh,
Listen, man.
oh.
Listen. You could be making more money, but I don't think. I think you you have a business, but you're.
I'm,
I don't.
I'm content with what I make though, so I'm fine. I don't. I'm
If
not.
bro, and
I'm not
that's
greedy
that
like
right
that.
there though is the problem that I see with a lot of black men that are older
What's
than me.
wrong with that? I'm
It's
fine.
wrong. The problem is you don't understand the numbers of your business. You're just making money, and you see that you see the money going in the account, but you don't actually know how much money you're actually making.
Yeah, I do.
And you're not going to strive to grow your business. You're never going
And
to
if
create
you're doing
generational
that,
wealth.
I do
you're
all that.
never going like you can't teach any other young people that want to get into business about business because you don't even know your own business. So you're just gonna give them a bunch of bad advice, and that snowballs into black men that are losing their businesses because they don't understand how to run them properly.
Well, they might give
Like
bad
break
advice,
even
but I'm not gonna
points.
give advice unless they ask. But I'm gonna just tell them what I know and how I made my money. So
Yeah, but
they can take it.
at this point, bro, you don't know anything. You don't understand what your fixed and variable expenses are. You don't know what break even points are. You don't know what profit margins are. So
I don't need to know all
you're
that because
looking at
I'm
what
not
other
running that kind of. I'm not running that type of
bro.
business.
Hold on, stop. It's not a type of business thing. It's every
It
single
is.
business that's running. And when I talk to older black men like this, and I'm trying to educate you on the things that you're supposed to know, you guys fight me on it tooth and nail every single time. You're like the fifth person to come up here and do that.
Okay, I'm not trying to fight you. So what do I need to know with what I got?
You need to understand what your fixed and variable expenses are so that you can calculate what your break even point is. And off of that break even point, if your break even point is $2,500 a month, then you need to understand what you need to upcharge and a percentage so that you can actually make profit at the end of the month or at the end of the year. And
Okay, but I'm already. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
in
Go ahead.
order to do that, you have to understand taxes. What's your business structure?
Now my wife handles that part.
Your wife handles
Oh
what?
shit, that's the worst problem.
The business structure, like she does the taxes and stuff.
But you had to set it up though. Like, what is it?
Structure yonder though, LLC,
Oh yeah, LLC.
Okay.
You're just a subcontractor.
Is it a single member LLC or a multi-member LLC?
Just me and my wife. So
So it's
multi-member.
a multi-member LLC. How much do you pay your wife every year?
I don't pay her nothing
What's the point of having a multi-member LLC if you're not gonna pay her?
because she's a volunteer.
If you have an LLC,
Wait. Hold on, bro. So hold on. Your wife does taxes and she's not telling.
No, because she gets what she needs. So I ain't gotta pay her nothing.
No. Listen, bro, please. Okay. If you have a multi-member LLC, the benefit of having a multi-member LLC is a tax benefit. You're able to pay your wife $15,000, right? Tax free every year. Actually, I think it's $14,800 every year, tax free, and
Oh
that
yeah.
takes away from your income when you pay taxes. So you'll pay less money in taxes. You won't have to pay any taxes on that $15,000.
Yeah, I
Then
think
you
she
write
does
that
that,
off.
but
Dark. What
I don't
strands are
pay
you
her like a
carrying right
salary.
now?
Say it again.
What strands are you selling right now?
With your hands.
It just sounds like you might be flipping some You know, some shrub or something. I'm just
Are you a sound engineer? What do you do specifically? Are you a sound engineer? Do you work with recording artists and like do anything in a booth? Are you
I work with
subcontracted LLC? Is that the nature of your business?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you need to start paying her something, as the host said. That way you can write that off. Even if your business is making no money,
No,
negative money, you losing money,
I think
you
she
can write it
already
down, write
I
it
think she
off.
already does that though, as if I'm paying her, but I don't like
Yeah,
giving
but
her
you
money
got to
fee
do
out.
it the right way, man. You can't. They should be a
Well, I would
check
have to get
being
my wife
written.
on the phone to talk to you about that part of the business.
But you're supposed to know it, man. Are you? That's why I asked you. Are you a leader or not?
No, I mean I got my part, she got her part. We a team.
Fucking illiterate motherfucker.
I do what I do, she do what she do.
You're stupid as fuck, bro. You could be making way more money.
It's all about
Why would
growth.
I care about making more money when I'm content with the money
Fuck.
I make?
You
Why would
don't
you
know
care
how
about
much
making
money
money?
you make, man. You don't know
Why
what your
would you?
profit margins are.
You don't even know what
How
you're
can you be
just
content with
undercutting
what
the
you're
mass
making
Yeah,
is
producers.
the
just sound
debate.
like
Like,
You
and
always
y'all
this
want to
is
be
this is the
more.
over.
greedy.
Hold on,
And
guys.
that's the
Everybody,
problem with the
everybody
world right
relax.
now.
Everybody
Greed.
relax. Everybody relax, please. This is the issue when it comes to building the generational wealth that people want to have. You guys want to do it, but you skip steps. So when I'm talking about the generational wealth, right? You can't be a leader and have your wife running the one of the most important parts of the business. You got to know about it. You shouldn't, like, even if she's running it, you still need to be inside of that of the organization. You got to
Okay,
understand it and you have to know it. So, with that
I'll
being
agree with you
said,
on that.
with that being
I'll agree with you
said,
on that.
with that being said, I think too many black people and too many white people as well are too content with being ignorant about things. Being content with ignorance is going to lead to fucking disaster. You can't do it.
That's a fact. God forbid something happened to her, brother.
Dark Deliverance, do you have life insurance policy? Do you have a life insurance policy on your wife?
Yeah,
If you have kids,
we have one on each other.
Do you have
if you have
kids?
kids, do you have them on those as well?
Yeah, we got one kids as well too.
Dude,
There you go.
you have a child?
I got 3 kids.
Are they under the age of 18?
Oh yeah.
Why aren't they also in your organization so you could pay them $15,000
Yup,
tax free
yup.
too?
Damn right.
I'm about to ask her about that one.
And then you set up UTMAs for them as well, or a custodial Roth IRA, and you have that money growing until they reach the age of 18. So if they need a college fund, you already got the money. Or if they want to start a business, they already got the money.
Okay.
Or an
To the
IUL.
host. To the host. I never heard of that. What you mean? I could put my kids on my
Oh yeah,
business?
don't
Yes,
get me
sir.
wrong, host. I'm not here to just preach.
Hold on.
Book a
Listen.
consultation.
You gotta
Host,
understand. I got
I'm
7
not here to
kids,
preach. I'm
man.
also here to learn
Teach
as
me
well.
something.
So don't.
Teach me something. I got 7.
Yeah. I think I might have get misjudged a little bit. I'm also here to learn, not just to preach, because I don't know everything. So
Fucking the shit you preaching is stupid.
Preach.
to some though, not everybody though.
No,
But
you
that's a
fucking
matter of opinion.
stupid.
It's a matter of opinion, Mister.
Listen,
No, the
man.
fuck
Listen,
no.
listen,
Hey,
listen,
come on.
listen, listen,
You're no
listen. Check this
respectful
out.
too.
Check this out, bro. Check this out. So, when you have a multi-member LLC, you can add kids to a multi-member LLC, and you can use a UTMA in order to do that. Okay, a UTMA. Everybody put in the chat. Put UTMA in the chat. Everybody, UTMA. I want to see it. UTMA in the chat. Okay. Now, a UTMA stands for Uniform Transfers to Minors Act. Okay? That is an account that lets an adult like yourself hold assets for a minor until the age of 18 or 21, depending on whatever state you live in, right? The child is known as the beneficial owner. Okay? But you are the custodian, the parent. You control the money until they reach that legal age, right? The money that's inside of a UTMA can be used for anything that benefits the child. It doesn't have to be college. It could be a business. It could be a whole bunch of different things. Okay. Now, when you have a multi-member LLC, you, your spouse, and your kids via the UTMA can be members of that multi-member LLC. Okay. You manage the ownership interest until they're adults. So you form the multi-member LLC, you and your spouse, okay? You decide how many membership units or percentage ownership your kids are going to need or their kids are going to get, right? You open up the UTMA account for each child and you transfer the ownership interests in the LLC into the UTMA, whether it be 10%, 15%, wherever it is. Okay, and you list yourself as the custodian for the child's membership until they reach that legal age. Okay, you just fund it, you transfer the money, right? They legally own the equity now. Like your kids have real ownership in the business before they're adults, and they don't have to manage anything. Okay, and the
Yes.
tax benefits, you can shift the income to your kids through distributions or profit shares, and the kids are taxed at a lower rate than you are because they're not adults. And by doing that, you're reducing your own taxable income in your business legally. This is how the white people that you're talking about are getting all this money, but they're not paying any taxes. See what I'm saying?
Drop one of Clue's
I guarantee,
bombs on them.
I guarantee you, when I go tell my wife all this, she's gonna be like, "I already know that."
But if she already knows that and she's not doing it, then what the fuck?
Right.
Do you
Like
know how
this
much
is
money? You know how much money you can put in tax free per child, bro? You can put $18,000 per year per child tax free into that account, and it appreciates outside of your taxable estate, man. It's a
I see.
gift. It's
Look,
a gift base. It it's gift base. It's transfer ownership, and as long as you
Right.
stay under that annual gift limit, it's tax free.
like
Now
this is
think
the
about it,
part
right?
where
Think
I'm
about
saying
this, right? Think about it.
this.
Tax-free money going into an account for 18 years. You put $18,000 in there for 18 years. I mean, that's your college fund right there. And if more
All right,
people
that's the
start,
part right there.
if more people started businesses and they did that, you'd have more people going to college. And if you have more people going to college, then that means their wealth is going to get higher. And then you can start building that generational wealth year over year over year over year for your family. So it's not a
Caesar
white
said,
person issue like you were originally coming up here and saying. There's nothing that a white person can do in order to stop that.
no, no.
It's a
People
thing.
are going to
It's
say,
already
well,
there.
18,000 isn't a lot
There
either,
is,
but
but
18,000 with a
if they
compounding
start
interest
seeing
rate
too
of
many black people
7%.
doing that, they're gonna start
That's
putting
a lot
cases
of money.
on them. I'm just saying.
18,000 in, and that's year over year compounding interest in that time adds up to a
Like, them
considerable.
were my drugs. Well, found
Talking
them in
about a
your car.
quarter
You
million
planted
dollars
that.
in that time frame.
Yeah, Dark for sure
See,
fucking
and this
smokes
is
them
why
drugs.
this is what I'm telling you, man. This is what I'm telling you. This is why I personally believe that women should not they shouldn't be leading like the look at the women in the chat. Look at Sandra. Sandra said 18,000 is nothing. She doesn't understand how the account works, but she has an opinion on the account. So that's an emotional argument, not a logical one. When you have a group of people that make emotional arguments often, that's going to lead into destruction. That's why I don't think they should be leading this shit. You need to be leading it.
She's not considering compounding interest on
Not because
18,000.
she doesn't know how the account works. She just said he can put more in a SEP. That's true. But I didn't say that 18,000 was the cap. I said 18,000 is the cap if you wanted to be tax free. You could put more money in there. They don't need to be leading a damn thing. That's why we're here.
Not a damn thing.
And when I'm saying $50 a month, there's not a cap on an IUL. There is, but it's over $500. But if you can afford $50 a month, you put 50. If you can do 100, you do 100. If you can do 300, you can do the max, do the cap, do it. And then the compounding interest at 12 or 10% or whatever the hell that IUL is going to fucking produce every year on 18 years because you opened it when they're a kid. That kid is set up for life when they're an adult. They got $250,000, maybe $400,000 they can use to buy a house, get a college education, a car, anything they might need. Unexpected medical expenses. I know you go for the IW, but
listen, I'm gonna speak on this because I think it's important, right? So because I know a lot of you guys don't know what a SEP is, a SEP IRA. Okay, everybody put SEP in the chat. SEP, free game. This free game. If you don't already know it, free game.
Free.
Okay. Now I understand that a lot of people say that a SEP is better. I'm gonna list a SEP IRA and a UTMA plus an LLC plan are not even built towards the same outcome. They're not built for the same thing. Okay. SEP stands for Simplified Employee Pension. Okay. And that is a retirement account for the business owner and their employees. Okay. That is different than a UTMA. So SEP is its only earned income can go into it, right? Kids cannot get SEP contributions unless they're actual employees with a W-2 income. Okay. And the money in the SEP is locked up until they're 59 and a half years old. In a UTMA, it comes out when they're 18 or 21. That is a very key difference, right? Also, if you withdraw that early, you're going to get taxes and penalties on it. and you can't transfer LLC equity or cash flow through a SEP, right? There's no ownership. There's no asset protection. There's no control over the investments beyond the retirement limits, okay? A SEP is meant to build your retirement, and it is not a child inheritance or a business equity. So they're not even built towards the same thing. Do you see why I'm trying? Like, they come in here and they're just like, I want to be the smartest person in the room, so I'm going to say this. Those aren't even the same thing. They're different. Sometimes it's okay to just listen, man. Like, you don't always have to be the smartest person or attempt to be the smartest person in the room. So I mean, like, I'm gonna concrete in what I'm talking about. UTMA, okay, what do we say? They're used for buying assets, they're used for investing, they're used for college, business expansion, they're used for down payments on real estate, if you like, they're used for life insurance strategies. She also said save up a down payment for real estate. Can't do that with a SEP. You won't be able to get real estate until you're 60 years old.
Hey.
Unless you want penalties, so that's wrong too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are we talking? We're talking about two different things. The goals are different. Dark Deliverance, you got to start doing that stuff, man. And if you want to learn more, there's more stuff that you need to understand. There's more stuff that you need to know. I would encourage you to book a consultation with me and text Bill to 256-857-2204.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I might do that. But I want to ask you one question though before we go that route. I do need to learn some more. Can I speak to the host? Is that all right too, man?
My bad, brother.
After he's done asking the
All right,
question,
all
I'll
good.
get to you, bro. After he's done
Yeah,
asking the
just
question,
be
I'll get to
respectful.
you.
That's all I add. All that name calling and nonsense. We grown men, be respectful. Cause I'm being respectful. But yeah, I need to learn some more stuff about that aspect of the business. I just been letting my wife do it. You know, I'm like Ozzy, she my Sharon. So we've been doing our thing like that, no problem. But
R.I.P.
I need to
Ozzy,
go,
man.
I need to get more on that business aspect of the business. But let me ask you this. What happened to Black Wall Street?
Oh Lord.
Just answer that question, brother. What happened to Black Wall Street? Black Wall Street was beautiful. I
Okay.
ain't gonna deny it.
We
It
can
was
talk
beautiful. What
about
happened to it?
we could talk about
What?
Black Wall Street.
Yeah, and why
Okay.
ain't they one today?
So in Greenwood,
Goes back to my point from earlier.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, okay, in Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, after 1907, right, the Oklahoma oil boom, okay, they had a self-sustaining community of Black entrepreneurs and professionals
Man,
and
it was beautiful.
landowners, right? We had
It was beautiful,
600
yeah.
Black-owned
Let
businesses,
him
we had
talk.
banks, we had hotels, we had theaters, we had law offices, all kinds of stuff, right? So it was destroyed, right? It was called the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre, okay? So, and I want to say that was May 31st and June 1st of 1921. There was a false accusation against a young Black man that led to escalating tensions within the community, and a white mob, an armed mob, that was deputized by city officials, attacked Greenwood. Okay, and they destroyed many blocks. They destroyed like 1,500 homes. They killed over hundreds of people, and displaced thousands of people. Right. So they destroyed it. Like they aerially bombed it, right? Private planes were dropping kerosene bombs and set buildings on fire from the sky, right? First U.S. city ever bombed from the air, and it was against Black Americans by white Americans, and nobody was charged. There was no convictions, none of that.
No
So,
reparations.
nope, none of that.
Nope. So how do we get past that?
We're already past it. It's in the past.
No, because we ain't got to that point where you got enough Black people having generational wealth. But we probably will get to that point, and that's going to happen again. How do we
But
get
the
there?
only way that we're going to get to that point is when the older generation understands that they can actually learn something from somebody that's younger like me, and they actually implement the policies, and they actually implement the systems and procedures within their business so that they can become successful. That way, they can teach the younger generation. Okay, when you have older people that are actually more knowledgeable and smarter than the younger people within the population, typically that means that the younger people are going to have an advantage when they go out into the world. But the longer that we have older Black men and older white men and older Middle Eastern men that think that they can't learn anything, and that since they're a certain age they've learned all they need to know, then this stuff is going to continue to happen, and it's going to spiral out of control. The only way that this is going to grow into something that's actually fruitful is when people get the knowledge and they start teaching the knowledge in the right way. Until then, we're going to have the same problems we always had.
Get the lights up.
That's a fact. And they also destroy a lot of black other neighborhoods too, like Edge
Yeah, the
Avenue
government's
in
so dirty,
Atlanta,
man. Don't even get me started. But go ahead.
and other neighborhoods across the South with the driveway, with the
That's some
Highway Act.
wilding.
Oh
Hey, I got
man.
a quick question here,
But
brother.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, ask me.
Yeah, what's the topic of the conversation? I see the prompt. I'm just kind of trying to see what you guys are talking about. I like this type of stuff here.
We're talking about what people need to do in order to build generational wealth for themselves and for their families.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, I'm kind of, I'm pretty woke to that myself. Kind of just want to, hear what you got to say. It sounds like you got a good head on your shoulder. I came in a little, probably about 10 minutes ago, so I didn't quite catch the beginning, but yeah, just kind of trying to see, what avenues you're looking into, because, I agree with you when you say that the knowledge is out there. And this is my burner page. I actually run two businesses. I don't like to get on TikTok with my actual real pages though, just because sometimes my opinions rub people the wrong way, and I know how emotional people can get. But yeah, I try to tell people as well. Like, you get in some of these panels, you hear people saying like, "Hey, the system's against us and we're oppressed and all this stuff." But I'm like, man, the like everybody's on the same playing field this day. Like
I don't know
if
about
you if
that.
you're if you're knowledgeable, if you know about stocks, you know about real estate, you know about credit, you can build generational wealth. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what
Well,
color
how
you are,
how
where
old
you're
are
from.
you? How old are you, chill guy?
I'm 32.
Okay, I'm 27. You say you got two businesses, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. What's your profit margin in your two businesses?
So one of my businesses, I run an insurance brokerage, and then I have a wholesale real estate business. My insurance business, I probably make about 12K a month in profit. And then the wholesaling, that's kind of, it's not actually, I wouldn't say it's consistent right now because I just created it about a year and a half ago. So,
Do you think
some
maybe
months
it's
you
not
get something.
consistent because you don't understand what profit margins are?
Well, I'm still kind of learning the game as well. I started getting into real estate wholesaling probably about 3 years ago. Did a lot
Bro,
of learning. I actually put my feet in the water about a year and a half ago, and, kind of still just on the learning curve, honestly, right
okay,
now.
okay. When I say profit margin, what does that mean?
Yeah, how much profit you're bringing in as opposed to, what you're spending.
And that's represented in a what?
Uh, Not sure.
Represented in a percentage. Okay.
Okay.
So when I ask you how much your profit margin is, you're supposed to be able to tell me, hey, it's 10%, it's 11%, it's 30%. You gave me a dollar amount. I'm looking for a percentage. Do you know what
Okay,
that
so
percentage is? And if you
so
don't, I want you to be an adult and just say, "Hey, I don't know what it is right now." And that's okay.
no, I definitely don't know the actual percentage, but with an insurance brokerage, right? So I don't have an overhead. So I'm not putting any money into actually growing the business. All I do right now is network, right? So I run my business out of my house. I have my licenses. Really, the only money I put into that business is maybe $102 a month in regards to just leads. But majority of my business is ran online, just networking. So a lot of my
So
stuff is
you
organic.
and this is kind of what I'm speaking on, man. Like you think you don't have any overhead, you don't have any expenses. Okay? Let me talk to you. Okay? Your state licenses, your state insurance license that you're required to have. You have an initial fee and renewal fees, correct?
Yep.
That's an expense. Your errors and omissions, your E&O insurance, that's mandatory for you to have in an insurance brokerage. That's an
Yep.
expense, right?
Yes, sir.
You have audits, legal and regulatory audits. You got
Yes, sir.
compliance software. You have filing fees, okay? Those
Yes,
are
sir.
expenses. You might not have an office. You don't have an office, do you?
No, it's out of the house. Well,
Okay.
yeah, I got expenses. I guess they're just not that much compared to what I'm bringing in.
Guys, okay, listen, guys. A lot of you guys say your expenses aren't that much. it becomes that much because you don't understand profit. Like, this is why break even points, variable expenses, and fixed expenses are so important when it comes to business 101. And for the people that came to my business 101 class that paid $10 to get all that information, like, you guys understand what I'm talking about. I could charge way more money for that, but I chose not to because I want you to understand the fundamentals. Okay. He said he runs it out of his home. Okay. Home office deductions. You can
Oh yeah,
deduct that.
Wi-Fi, all of that
You get
stuff.
phone
Tax
costs,
write-offs.
higher
Yes,
internet, phone
yes,
costs,
sir.
virtual addresses, mailing services. Those
Yes,
are
sir.
expenses, right? You probably don't have any employees right now, right? You don't have any employees?
No, sir.
Do you have virtual assistants?
Nope, not at the moment.
Okay.
It's all me.
Do you market your company at all?
I do strictly
That
social media though, YouTube,
that's an
TikTok.
expense. Your CRM is an expense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you use. I don't know if you, like, for your e-signature stuff. I don't know if you use
Yep.
PandaDoc or DocuSign, or
You're
what.
talking about tax write-offs, right?
No, I'm talking about expenses. I'm talking about the fixed expenses within your business that go into your break-even point and how you're supposed to decide what your profit margin is going to be. You're saying that your expenses aren't that much, but that stuff, like, all that stuff piles on top of each other and it becomes a lot at the end. You don't think it's a
You
lot
got to
because you
write
see
it
the
off
little
though
bit of
too.
money. I'm not really talking about write-offs. With the home office stuff, that's write-offs, right? Your phone costs and your
Yep.
internet, those are write-offs. But the expenses within your business, if you don't calculate and understand what your fixed and variable expenses are, you're not going to know what your break-even point is. And if you don't know what
I
your
agree.
break-even point is in your business, then you're pricing things blindly.
I agree. I agree with you.
So, I mean, there's expenses. Like, guys, there is no business that doesn't have any expenses. You have expenses. You guys just don't think in your mind, you're like, oh, these expenses aren't that much compared to what I think I'm making, so I don't have to calculate for them. Your customer should be paying for all of those expenses, not you. You
All
have to
right, so I
calculate all of that stuff into your business and make sure that you're charging people accordingly to pay for all of that stuff. Otherwise, you're bleeding. And when you bleed too much, you die.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and as an entrepreneur myself, I know you got to spend some money to, make some money. You got to invest in yourself, and it sounds like you know what you're talking about. So I'm gonna definitely I'm gonna check out what you got going on, man. I'm always trying to grow my business. I'm trying to get this generational wealth, man.
And that's trying to. It's on her.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's a difficult path, but like you said, brother, you get everything tuned down to the penny, and that's the way to do it. It's that lack of knowledge is what kills us all. That laziness.
You gotta actually want to have the knowledge so that you can actually teach the next group of people so that they can actually be better. If you already have the knowledge and you got it at 32 or 34 or 36 or 46, if they have the knowledge that you have at 46, they should be doing better. But that's not what we're seeing out in the marketplace right now. And it's because the older generations aren't able to teach us what we need to know in order to grow. But they teach us all this other bullshit. What cars are nice, right? What clothes are nice, what shoes are nice, jewelry, and all this other shit. All these liabilities that we spend all our fucking money on, going to these expensive restaurants and the clubs and all that shit. I want to learn about the financial literacy portion of it because we understand how important financial literacy is in order to build generational wealth. So we gotta get this information down pat so that we can teach the next group of kids if we actually want to be better. Like, most people are saying that they want the community to do better. They want their kids to live a better life, but they're not doing anything to feed that information into their kids so that can happen. They're just hoping that it happens one fucking day and they'll
Yep.
take credit for it. That's not how it works. But I appreciate you for coming on here and being honest with me, bro. Thank you.
Oh no, for sure, man. Like I said, I scroll TikTok and you can see my profile. It's mainly just brain rot. So when I saw this one, I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and give you a follow too. I was
Yeah,
like,
this
yeah,
ain't the
follow me.
brain rot podcast, bro. This is the no excuses podcast, man. Hey,
But
come on,
this is where
man.
I like to be. This is where I like to be.
Come on.
Let
People
me
come
ask
in
you
here
this.
and they
So,
get knowledge,
Hey,
bro.
with
can I
your
say something?
notifications,
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
So I feel like the reason why I guess black people stay to where we're at is because I feel like when we get too comfortable, like that's one thing that I think everybody can kind of relate to that. I mean, everybody gets too comfortable, even what we make as far as our salaries, everything. I just feel like we get too comfortable, and then I feel like you know that's the downfall of us.
I appreciate you saying that, man. Yep, I agree. I agree. Um,
And too many excuses to at that.
yeah, absolutely. Does anybody else have anything?
Host, I'm gonna contact you later, but I gotta go. I gotta roll, man. I gotta deal with these kids, but
Not a problem, bro.
I'll
Have a
hit
good
you
one.
up, man.
Yeah,
All
hit
right,
me
you
up.
too.
Hey, host, let me ask you because it sounds like you're knowledgeable across a lot of different boards. What would you say? Like when I text this build, and I don't want you to give away the sauce. I don't want you to tell everybody exactly what's in there. There will be no point. But what's kind of your specialties? Like, what's something that I guess top three things that you would say somebody needs to focus on to really get that generational wealth without going too deep.
Um, so the top three things is understanding how the marketplace, like understanding how the marketplace works, how value is added within the marketplace. Um, that's definitely one. Like starting businesses, like things like that, like how you can be more valuable as an employee, so that you can make more money, so you can get into all of these things that I'm talking about. So that's one. Two would be understanding your business because businesses are the people that consult with me. I let employees consult with me too, and I give them career plans to get into careers that pay $70,000 without going to college. So like certification fields that pay $70,000, like starting out 65, 70 grand. Um, that is another portion as far as generational wealth is concerned. And then the last thing is, and this is the most important thing to me, helping them understand the difference between an earner and a deserver, and what kind of life you're going to live if you have each one of those mindsets.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that's powerful. That's powerful. I like it. I like it.
Right? But I mean, people get upset because I charge for this kind of stuff, but guys, like the amount of money that I'm charging you is nothing compared to what people actually charge for this stuff.
France.
Right.
And
Nothing.
the
Not to
mental
mention the
number right there.
payoff, man. The payoff. It's like you pay a little bit of money up front to change your whole life, but people don't want to even invest in, just like go find out yourself. Go learn this stuff yourself if
Good
you don't
luck.
want to pay
Hey, if you don't
fifty
mind me
dollars a
asking, how
month
much
for
do
it.
you charge?
So we're actually switching the payment structure of the consulting services, and we're going to make it a monthly subscription. So instead of somebody coming out like $1,000 at one time in order to consult with me, it's going to be $60 a month.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
my
like for
man.
first like talking, I guess it'd be like $60 or something like that.
That's a great price.
No, I don't charge people to have like the initial consultation. I've talked with plenty of people. You know what I'm saying? I talk with plenty of people and they don't pay me anything, but I need to understand because everybody's not going to benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't just let you pay me and you don't really have anything that you want to do. If you don't know what you want to do, then we need to have a conversation first. And
Mm.
then we can see whether or not paying me is actually going to be beneficial towards you. There's going to be people in here that text that fucking number that I'm just going to tell them, hey, I can't really help you. I don't think that, this is going to be worth your investment because there's some holes that we need to talk about. And I'll talk to you for free because I actually want to help. But when it comes to build like businesses and stuff like that, that like understanding profit margins, understanding break even points, customer acquisition costs, like, lifetime value of a customer, how to market, social media presence and why it's important, getting a Google My Business page and making sure that it's compliant. When it comes to all of those things, I charge for that because that's good information in order to get the foundation of your business set up so that you don't fail later on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I could be honest with you, that's one thing that we don't do as like, well, I'm not gonna say black people, but black people, we don't do the stuff right. We always, I
You're trying
call
to do
it,
shortcuts,
well,
man.
yeah, I call it. Well, you don't want to know what I call it, but I mean, I don't know if I can say that on here, but yeah, like black people like to run nigga businesses. And like we always try to take the shortcut and we never try to do stuff right. That's why we always stay in the same like either income or the tax bracket, whatever, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Um,
that's why we can never grow.
It's
Because
just
we always either
Anonymous
want to
inside
build
of the
something
chat.
cheap. No?
The person the person that I don't know, he got shown enough as his fucking profile picture. And I love that fucking movie too.
Right.
Bro, you need to come up here, man. You need to come up here, bro. Because you in the chat saying, you know, the vibe is off and you never pay me a cent. That's fine.
So
I
you
could bring
watch it.
somebody. I could bring somebody else up here, and he'll tell you the same thing. But he's a lot more wealthy than I am. You could pay him. Hope you got your 25 grand ready. Just saying. You don't learn it from me. You'll learn it in the world.
Crickets.
And the world's gonna be a lot worse than learning it from me. And I consult just like I talked to y'all on here, bro. Yeah, I do get pissed off when you guys are telling me that you've been running businesses for 10 years and you don't understand what profit margins are. That does piss me off. So don't come at me with no soft bullshit, man. Huh?
I said I will be hitting you up, my brother. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that's something that I need. I ain't gonna hold you.
Anonymous, you said you got more than 25 bands. That's great. Come on in here. See, y'all like to move your thumbs, but y'all don't want to move your gums, bro. I'd love for you to come up here. I'd love for you to come up here and tell me what I'm wrong about. I love it. I love it. But that's not gonna happen. Y'all just want to talk shit in the chat. Y'all don't want to be held accountable. Y'all don't want to be held accountable to shit. Sandra, you need to come up here too, actually. Talking to you too. I see what y'all say, bro. I see what you say in the fucking chat.
I see
it. Y'all have all that negative shit to say, but nothing to help anybody. Sandra, I already slaughtered you on the fucking SEP account thing. I think you're not like, oh, if I'm not a millionaire, then I can't teach anybody anything. Why have I been teaching this whole time then? why have I been up here teaching the whole time? I'd actually wonder if you know what millionaire means.
What? That don't even make sense. Being a millionaire, that doesn't tell you, or you can give information to a bunch of people, because you could be giving it wrong. You maybe need 1,000 different ways, but that's not saying that person's gonna make it like that.
Facts.
Oh, you're saying that I'm rude. All right, fuck it. I don't care. I want to be rude about it. Y'all you should get emotional about it.
Just because you're a millionaire, that don't mean you did all the right things to become one. Anyways.
You know what I noticed too?
Because you can do
the most.
I can't hear anybody. What?
Now I was saying some of the people I look up to the most, honestly, are people that are rude.
Well, they don't like what you guys are calling rude, man. What they're calling rude is just me telling you the truth. I'm not filtering it.
Truth.
Yeah, it's like shit. Lock the fuck in or continue to stay broke your whole life. And if you take that the wrong way, then shit, you just.
Sandra keep asking what my net worth is. To be quite honest with you, it's not high enough for me to fucking know. To be quite honest, I have no idea. I've never really calculated it. What I do know is I'm in the talks to get a $500,000 multifamily, though. I know that. What I do know is that everything I've said up here has been 100% true, and people are getting value out of my channel. That's why I have 18,000 followers, and you've got 5.
It sounds like you delved in the insurance industry realm a little bit.
Nope. I delve in the business industry. I love business, and I research business all of the time. Like I love it. It makes me happy. I love it. I love to learn about it. It's awesome. I love it.
You have your own business?
I have 7.
Consider your business.
7.
Yes, I have 7 businesses.
Nice.
Oh, I have a big ego? Dude, women are so funny, dude.
I know, right?
Y'all talk about ego like that ain't the same dudes you spreading your legs for. Get the fuck out of here, man. That shit is so stupid, man. Y'all talk about fucking ego and shit, man. You think I could be who I am without fucking ego? Have you lost your damn mind? The richest people in the world have egos. Don't get mad about the ego just because you're not fucking it. Like, that's fucking stupid. Come on, man. Fucking ego. The same women talking about egos, y'all got the biggest egos of them all, man. Y'all in here talking about, I got more than 25,000. That's not ego? Come on, man. Can't get to where I'm at without having an ego. Imagine, bro. Like, man, dude. Anyway, yeah, what's up, bro?
I was gonna tell you, I followed you, but can you drop me down? I'm about to have to
Oh
go. I
yeah, yeah,
didn't
yeah,
want
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
drop
I
myself
can.
down.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming and having a conversation.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all. Talk to you later.
What's up, bro? How you?
Sherry, how you doing, brother?
I'm just coming here for a second, man. I mean, I support what you're doing. I see you jostling with people a lot of the times. And even on this app, people don't want to build anything. People rather be a consumer than a producer collectively. You know what I mean? They'll rather come on your live and go back and forth with you and tell you everything that you're not, instead of getting on their own live and platform trying to build something that they are.
Yeah, bro. These people ain't helping nobody. They just want it for themselves. At least I'm trying to help people. I mean,
At
damn.
least you're putting yourself out there to be vulnerable enough to try. People won't even try. I say, as far as addressing the prompt, yes, I agree. Not only do we make too many excuses, we let that be the end all be all. Like, meaning, like, we'll talk ourselves, like, okay, well, I noticed I'll just talk about my circle. Let me do it. Like, say you got a great idea. Let me do some research on that. Meaning you've already done a research, but they're gonna say they got to do the research and never do anything to begin with. So me, and that's just common. If like that's kind of like if I was a salesman, it's another way of saying no. You see what I'm saying? And then if you come back to them and say, well, listen, did you do the research? Because I ain't got all month. Like, did you go home and do it like after you said it? Oh no, I'm gonna do it
Nah, I ain't
Friday. I'm
doing
gonna
it,
do it
bro. I was just,
Saturday. It
I'm
never
waiting. I
happens.
think
Give me
it's
a
a
second.
scam.
Give me a second, JMB. I want to get my point out because I'm trying to say why we can't. Then if they do that, from my experience, they'll rather compete with you than eat with you. So meaning if you found out, like
That's
you
a
had a treasure
fact.
map, if you had a treasure map, X marks the spot. Hey, listen, bro, I know where the treasure at. I found it. It's right here. It's right here. Yeah, it's right here. They'll spend their time trying to make sure your legs get broken. That way you can't get over there to dig for the treasure. That way they can dig for it first and then say that they found it on their own. Then if you don't get that, hold up. Then if you don't get that, you're going to get you can't do it because you're black. That's what I mean. Oh, you can't because the boogeyman, the white man, he not going to let you do it. But he lets you commit crimes, don't he? He lets you commit grand larceny, don't he? He lets you smoke weed all day, don't he? He lets your dumb ass smoke rocks, don't he? But this one, he gonna say, no, that's a no-go. It's always another excuse. When I'm having these conversations, and I say it passionately, I say this: black people will always tell you why you're going to fail, but never can tell you how you can win.
Oh man,
that is my life to the fullest. My life to the fullest.
That's a fact.
And I'll say this: soon as you start preaching unity, it's time to play King of the Hill. Instead of edifying and pushing the strongest one to the top and say, you know what? No excuses is a bright brother. I trust him. Hey, listen, he got it. I don't got time to do all the research he's done. Let's support. He said everybody put $5,000 up. I ain't got 5. I got 4,200. I'm gonna pass him that, and I'm gonna get the rest of the money. But I'm down. Let's make it rock. At that point, you're now a con
why can't we
man.
make money together, man?
Because you're a con man. Because you can't be smarter than other Negroes. You cannot be. If you display any sort of intelligence around blacks,
Bro's a
they count
scammer.
you as a con, and I don't care what y'all say. It's my life, my real life. And then when you do it, now it's time to kiss your ass. Oh, bro, I always
You think
believed
you
in
all
you.
of
I
that
always knew
now?
you would
You
be
think you
something.
this and you think
And
that?
guess what? Smell the smoke coming out this fucking tailpipe as I pull off on your black ass. I don't even want to hear that shit.
Hey man, look,
Pardon
I
my
keep
French, but I'm
telling,
tired.
hey Cherry, hey bro, listen, man, I gotta tell you, bro, that is a fact. Listen, these people keep asking me, "Are you a millionaire? Are you a millionaire?" What y'all need to be counting your lucky stars that I'm not a millionaire yet. Because when I become one, I'ma charge the fuck out of you.
But guess what you are, though? Here, let me say this back to you. Please, respectfully, anybody that's independent. I may not be a millionaire, but I have my time back. Something you don't have.
Amen.
I tell you this all the time, bro, and I'm a little hype, and I'm going to give it to you. I make money. Money don't fucking make me. I make money. Money's nothing without me. So everybody wonder if you're a millionaire. Guess what? I'm not. I'm not the fuck broke, and I can do what you can't do. I can get off this live, jump on a jet. My bad. I can get off this live, jump on a jet, and go ahead to Miami, stay there for 3-4 days, stay there for 3-4 weeks if I want to. Wanna know why? Like JT said, I'm not a businessman, I'm a business man. When I part these lips, things happen. And that's what y'all don't do. You don't believe in yourself enough. Y'all find more ways to fail than more ways to win. And when you find a winner, you want to figure out, is he a millionaire? It don't matter. Is he going to help you build? Is he going to build something with you? Y'all worry about the wrong thing. Even if I was a millionaire, I'm not giving you no money. So what do it matter if I'm a millionaire? What do it matter? I'm not going to give you no money. So what's up?
Facts.
I can feed myself. I can clothe myself. I can shelter myself. I'm not on any narcotic. I don't have any poor habits. Why not link up with me and make some shit happen? You trying to find something wrong instead of finding something right.
Yeah, they
And
trying to
that's why
find the
we can't
holes,
build
bro. They trying to
generational
find,
wealth.
and I think a lot of the problems that we have out
holes.
inside of the world right now is y'all are trying to find the holes, man. Y'all need to stop trying to find the holes. Then that'll keep y'all out of a lot of trouble. Y'all
I say it
finding
all the time,
holes,
stop
y'all
worrying
finding
about-
holes in people's arguments instead of listening to what they have to say.
Exactly.
You
and
finding
guess what?
holes
If-
inside of your life and inside of your bank account instead of figuring out how you can plug the holes in your bank account. Y'all finding
Exactly.
holes in women when you can't take care of the damn consequences of finding that hole in a
man.
woman.
It's really sad.
Can you
It's sad
see,
to
Sherry, bro? Let me tell you something, bro.
Yes,
I
sir.
said something on this live stream about a week ago, and I told everybody in here, I said, I don't blame women for having children out of wedlock, man. I don't do that. I blame
either.
men for causing that to happen. And I got a whole bunch of messages from all these simp ass niggas saying, "Oh, well, you're just a simp, bro. You're just a simp. You got to hold the women accountable." Who's the leader, bro?
But listen, see,
Who's no, bro. Who's the
you're
leader?
cooking.
Who's the leader? Are we the leaders or are they the leaders? So if we're the leaders, who holds the responsibility? We
The
do.
men. That's why the community look the way it do. That's why Trump got to send the National Guard to Birmingham, Atlanta, and the rest of it, because the men won't stand up. When we was coming up in the 80s and in the 90s, when the smack era was going, I want to say the word and get the live band. When that was going on, yo,
Right.
the pastors, the deacon board, the men was in the street that said it's not happening on our watch. Now you want to complain about it and talk about the politician ain't do it, but the world is your home. The world is your home. It's your job as a man to step outside and run a community, and I do that, so I can talk like that. So this is why, collectively, it may be a you, it may be a me, okay? But it's not enough belief, meaning in order for us to build something, one must believe that we can first. But if you're going to spend your time trying to refute anything that I come up with, then I guess we can't do it then.
It's called being contrary just to be contrary.
Exactly,
But I just
man.
and dude, the overwhelming, like the growth of men that are like subverting responsibility at every turn, bro. You fuck that woman.
Exactly. Look, and at the end of the day,
And then you know what they got the nerve to say, bro? They got the nerve to come in my DMs and they're like, but what about the men that get manipulated by women? If you get manipulated by a woman, you're not a leader.
Check this out. Check this out. And you build from there. See, it's like when I talk about people like to go too far back. Black Wall Street, Bark Wall Street. And I said, well, we need to build. And the dude said to me, and I got to get off the line. I said, well, we did, and they bombed it. I said, we build again. Not like we just keep building. Like what is the problem? It's like when the ocean came and washed your sandcastle down, did you never make a sandcastle again? Or did you built it first? Come on, man. Don't even get me started today. I worked way too hard. Look, I'm up before most people. I'm in the house after most people. I don't come in the house until I get what I want. I don't come offline until I get what I want. We give up too early. We throw in, and it's the last but not least, and I'm gonna shut up. And I want to say this humbly and respectfully to everybody. I'm a little passionate about it. Stop being afraid to fail. Why does everything you do have to work? Who are you, God? Like. So you gotta succeed at everything. You never fell off a bike. You never had a job and say, man, I wish I ain't start working here. Come on, man. See, everything else you understand when it comes down to your personal goals and growth. Everything you think gotta work and everything you do gotta work. Come on, man. You fell your way forward. That's my story.
Hey, man, look, all I gotta say is when y'all rolling it up and it fall apart, you roll another one.
That's what I'm saying. When you try to get one girl number, she said no. You got the next girl number. You said, I'm never dating
y'all
women again.
thought I didn't know nothing about that. Yeah, no, I know about it.
I don't know that you do whatever you want to do, bro. They don't get it. You can't come online talking like that because then they really gonna hate on you.
Hey, Rochelle in the chat said you got to stop telling the truth, host, or you gonna get banned.
No, that's the truth. They will flag your page. One thing about these apps, they really don't like black excellence. And you know what I say to people, y'all? Nobody has respect for black men, not even black men. So think about that. On the 30th anniversary of the Million Man March is today, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe, yeah, I think today is the 30th anniversary. It's something I'll never forget. I was 14 years old. I'll never forget it. We got to do better, man. We got it. We got to stop looking left and looking right, blaming the YT man, blaming the politician, blaming your parents. Get up and produce. I don't care if you're selling socks and drawers. Back in the day, people hustle incense and oils. Brothers don't want to do nothing no more. Nothing. You won't even come on TikTok and do content. You lazy. That's your problem. You're too fucking lazy. And that's my end. You could drop me down, man. I said enough. I
I
appreciate your
appreciate it,
content,
Jerry,
man.
bro. Appreciate you for coming
Keep
up.
up the
It's
great
always a
work,
pleasure.
man. Never give up.
Oh, you already know that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. I'm still gonna be here. I'll make another account. I'm still gonna be here, and they gonna find me. Trust me. Yeah, what up, bro? What up? What up? What up? Listen, guys, I'm at my 2-hour mark. That's all I got for y'all today. Listen, bro, if you guys want to book a consultation, go ahead and text Bill to 256-857-2204. Like the channel, subscribe. I'm sorry, follow the channel. If you want to watch our YouTube, you can go on YouTube. We're on YouTube. No Excuses Podcast Official on YouTube. The live today will be uploaded on YouTube as well. So in its entirety, unedited. So you can go ahead and watch it on there as well. Guys, join the Discord. Okay, get in there. If you have problems with networking, maybe you're an introvert and you don't like talking to people face to face. I don't know what's wrong with you, but you don't like talking to people face to face. Join the Discord. The link's inside of my bio. Go ahead and join the Discord today. It's 100% free. There are resources inside of the resource library that you can use as a business owner, as an employee, to better your life. And there's going to be more PDFs coming up there here soon. I'm building some more. So also use it to network. There's over 200 people inside of the Discord now. We're trying to get it to over 300. And we're going to use that Discord in order to network with people in order to get you guys in the position that you need to get in. We're going to use the No Excuses community in order to make people's lives better. And you guys have a head start on it because the channel's not that big right now. Okay? Use it while you can. All right? Use it while you can. Guys, I wish you the best. And you know what I always say, man? You know what I always say? I'll see you at the top because the bottom is crowded. Okay? And that's a fact. All right? You guys have a
All right,
good
bro. God
weekend.
bless.
Monday's tomorrow. Okay? Go out there, work hard. And I'll see you guys on the next one, 5:30 a.m. Monday morning. We'll see you there. Peace. We're out.
That's my type. That's my type. That's my type.
If it says that the link is expired, I'll make a new one and do it right now, okay?
Yeah, that's my type. 8-inch big, ooh, that's good pipe. That's good pipe. Bad bitch, I'ma ride the dick all night. All night. Rich fella, 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type. Fella, that's my type. 8-inch big, ooh, that's good pipe. That's my type. Fella, that's my type. New wrist, new whip, ride around, dip. I can see why all these basic hoes piss. Bust down rich, bust down, not a bust down bitch. Said I want your man, no the fuck I don't sis. If he a rich fella, why he still hitting licks? Fella spending bread, but he still can't hit. Bitch, please, Lamborghini keys. Pussy dripping ice, he get flown out to me. Yeah. Bitch, please, I want a man with a beat. Yeah. Pussy from the bay, going dumb on a D. Hennessy on my lips, take a little sip. Privacy on the door, I'ma make the shit grip. Rich fella, 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type. That's my type. Yeah, that's my type.
Yeah, y'all like that shit, right?
8-inch big, ooh, that's good pipe. That's good pipe. Bad bitch, I'ma ride the dick all night. All night. Rich fella, 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type. Fella, that's my type. 8-inch big, ooh, that's good pipe. That's my type. Fella, that's my type. New wrist, new whip, ride around, dip. I can see why all these basic hoes piss. Messy hoes like to pop shit. Messy hoes. You the type that's fucking for the rent. You and I, all on another fella dick. Hair ain't nothing with an inch. Do it on his face with a thiz. I'm a boss tycoon with the shit. What? Run it up, print it up, big bucks. Try your luck, you know my bitch has been touched. Hennessy on my lips, take a little sip. Privacy on the door, I'ma make the shit grip. Rich fella, 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type. Yeah. 8-inch big, ooh, that's good pipe. That's good pipe. Bad bitch, I'ma ride the dick all night. Rich fella, 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type. Yeah. 8-inch big, ooh, that's good pipe. That's my type. Yeah, that's my type. Hell yeah, I say mines, y'all.
Whoa, baby, 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 whoa. Mama, 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 mama. Oh, rubber band man, wild as the Taliban. 9 in my right, 45 in my other hand. Hey, who I'm in. Call me trouble man, always in trouble man. Worth a couple $100 grand. Chevy's all colors man, rubber band man, like a one-man band. Treat these brothers like the Apollo and I'm the Sandman. Told 100 grand, cannon in a waistband, looking for a sweet lick. Well, this is the wrong place, man. 7-time felon, hey, what I care about a case, man. I'm campaigning to bury the hate, so say your grace, man. Hey, I don't talk behind a brother back, I say it in his face. I'm a thoroughbred, brother. I don't fake and I don't hate. Check my resume, brother. My records impeccable anywhere in the A, brother. How TIP is highly respected and in the MIA, brother. I'm trying to keep it professional, cause all this tongue rustling finna have me snapping. I'm telling you, from the bottom of the Duval, Kakalaki to New York, and everybody showing me love. That's one to you all. Yeah, to all my Florida brothers, my Kalaki brothers, my LA brothers. Oh, rubber band man, wild as the Taliban. 9 in my right, 45 in my other hand. Hey, who I'm in. Call me trouble man, always in trouble man. Worth a couple $100 grand. Chevy's all color, Lord. Rubber band man, wild as the Taliban. 9 in my right, 45 in my other hand. Hey, who I'm in. Call me trouble man, always in trouble man. Worth a couple $100 grand. Chevy's all colors, man. Call me trouble.